Peeps, welcome back. Happy Friday to you guys. And it's going to be a sad one because the spooky season has officially ended. It's not a good Friday whenever it's the end of Halloween. Spent all day putting the set back together, and I did it with tears in my eyes. I did it crying, and man, I'm getting old. I don't know how crazy I can go with them sets again. My back was hurting taking all that stuff out. Hello, guys. Welcome once again. It is great to see your faces. A little late because, like I said, was taking down the set, putting it back to normal. Till the next spooky season, guys. I hope you guys all had a wonderful, safe, and nice Halloween. But here, we got a lot to talk about. Some horror movie related stuff, too. Running down the list of things we're going to be chatting off here today is we're going to be talking about a director that was chosen for the Bendy movie. You guys are looking forward to that. 3 live action Lego movies got announced. What the heck? A new Godzilla movie got announced. We got a disappointing update with the Halloween franchise, man. We usually get a good one every Halloween, and this one we got disappointing. Our first look to the Pinocchio horror movie. I'm kind of impressed with this. An update on Sonic Movie 3. And we did just have the finale of Agatha all along. I think it's been enough time. I'm going to give you my spoiler review. So if you haven't seen it, just look out for when I talk them spoilers. But for now, it is so great to see you guys. Oh, I'm seeing Papa3C in the chat. Chris is my Oh, where have you been, son? I've been looking everywhere for you. I'm not paying child support, though. Lego my ego. Who remembers that? I remember that. Oh, who just said Spider-Man 4 title? Did they just announce something? Don't give me a heart attack like that. You can't just throw that into the chat without making me think. Okay, I don't see nothing. Whew, okay, almost got me. Good to see you guys. I hope everybody had a wonderful Halloween and got some good candy. By the way, it gets depressing every year, Halloween. I thought moving to this new neighborhood, because, I was at another house last year, and I used to get almost no trick-or-treaters at the last place I lived, but I always thought, oh, it's a newly built community. There's not a lot of kids around. This new area I moved into, I was one of the last houses built in this community, and it's already packed. There's always kids playing on the street. I got to drive carefully and whatnot. So I was like, oh, we's going to get a lot of trick-or-treaters. I'm going to see a lot of costumes. I'm going to dress like Art the Clown, and I'll be like, ooh, here's your candy. I got like 10 kids. I got like 10. Them trunk-or-treating, them Halloween events, whatever else these kids are doing, they are no longer showing up at the door. And it's kind of sad, man. It's just not happening anymore. And it's making me wonder, is Halloween even going to be a thing by the time I have kids? Because I remember having like 30, 40 kids, like maybe pre-COVID. Pre-COVID, it was pretty crazy. Ever since then, man, it's just, them kids ain't coming. I want them kids to come to my house. Wait. All right. So before we get into talking about all the topics we have here, let's do a little popcorn bucket update because I got 2 of them today. All right, baby. I'm going to start off with the least cool one, then we'll go into the cool one. All right. So, you guys know there's a little movie up and coming starring Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans. I honestly thought this movie was going straight to streaming because it, like, just this poster and that trailer, it has the exact aura of a movie that was made using $200 million but goes straight to streaming. You know what I'm talking about? Netflix is the most guilty of this with wherever it's like Six Underground or whatever other movies they've made. There is this category of like outrageously expensive movies and they just go straight to streaming, right? I thought this was that. I was like, oh, cool. Now I'll know what I watch at home. And I was like, a theatrical release? What the heck? Well, they're going crazy with this movie, and they're thinking it's going to have a lot. And this movie's having multiple popcorn buckets, and this is just one of them, all right? So, Cinemark came out with their Red One popcorn bucket. Let's open it up, baby. I haven't opened it yet. Let's get it going. I was literally there for a different popcorn bucket, and when I got there, the lady's like, oh, we just got these in today, too. And I was like, put a bow on it and give it to me, sweetheart. I need it. And she's like, this guy collects popcorn buckets. It is my life. It fills the void of my heart. Let's see. We got Santa's sleigh as a popcorn bucket, y'all. Not gonna lie, pretty good choice. Why are we throwing this much detail into a popcorn bucket. This one was the Cinemark exclusive. It was like 25 bucks, honestly. And if you're someone with like little Legos or toys, probably the people that should be buying these popcorn buckets, you can have a little fun with it. Now, the popcorn goes inside where I'm assuming all the toys will go. Not a lot of space. You're going to get about 3 handfuls of popcorn from this little popcorn bucket here. But hey, Dwayne Johnson and freaking Chris Evans, this is the popcorn bucket for this movie. And you know this thing's going to be all tricked out in the actual film. Hopefully it's a big part of it, but this is also such a thing. Sometimes the most random movies or the worst movies of the year get the most coolest popcorn buckets. Everybody remembers the Borderland popcorn bucket with the claptrap. I was like, y'all put more effort into the popcorn bucket than you did that movie. And well, this one, not gonna lie, it was pretty cool. I looked at it and I was like, oh, Santa sleigh? I like it. And this isn't the only one. All right, let me remind you. Regal, which Regal's been stepping up their popcorn bucket game, and I need them to calm down because there's not a lot of Regals here. They're gonna come out with a popcorn bucket also. But the most craziest part about this popcorn bucket is it's gonna come with its own remote, y'all. What kind of insanity are we doing now where popcorn buckets come with their own remote? Who buys one and then goes, oh, I like it lighting up. I like looking at it, but I want to be able to do it all the way from my bed while it's way over there. Somebody's doing it, man. Somebody is making these. And dude, this is also the disappointing part because I bet you there's not even going to be one for Sonic 3. I am hoping we have a Sonic 3 popcorn bucket and they do something awesome, but it's either going to be the laziest popcorn bucket where it's just going to be like Sonic's head opening, no effort really put into it, or we're not going to get a popcorn bucket at all. Like the movies you're most excited for almost never get a popcorn bucket in my, like FNAF didn't get one and they had such an easy win. I would love it if you had like Knuckles, like have Knuckles knuckle with like a little hole so you can put your drink in it, right? And then I don't know about Tails. I don't think we could do anything with Tails, but there should be something you could do that's more creative. Like make it out of a stack of like them golden rings. That's something you could do. That's something you could. I'm just throwing out ideas there. Maybe you guys have better ones, but right now, be on the lookout for your red one popcorn. But I doubt these things are going to sell out. You don't have to run. They're going to be there till Christmas, I bet you. But I was probably their first customer. Red one popcorn bucket. Now, the real popcorn bucket I was there for that ended up being way better than I thought. Let me get it, guys. Let me get it. Bum. Ba-da-dun. Da-da-dun, dun, 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 dun. Ba-da-dun. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Gladiator 2 popcorn bucket. Guys, this thing is awesome, okay? And I was disappointed when they first announced this thing because I saw it was connected to the tin, right? And I was like, "Oh, dude, that's such a cool just look at the detail. Look at the detail on this thing. All the spikes, the paint job is great. Like it's made of plastic, but the paint job is so good. It actually looks metallic, and you also get the nice tin to go along with it. I was like, this is great. Now, the way you get your popcorn is you open the top, and there you go. You get your popcorn like that, right? And when I saw that feature, I was like, oh, dude, no. I really wanted to be able to, put it on, like take it off the tin and wear it, all that, having it. Guys, they did not even advertise this. Let me show you. Boys, you can detach this thing. The helmet is detachable. This is not a drill. Now, here's the real sad part. They're fat phobic. I'm just saying they're fat phobic. You got to have a tiny head to wear this thing. And well, are you not entertained? It doesn't fit my big old head. I'm a plus size head. I always think about my mama and what she had to go through when I gave birth. I've had a big head whether I'm skinny or fat. It's just always been the thing. It don't fit me. It fit my lady's head. So there was that. But dude, still, the fact you could wear this and take this thing off, like that's cool. Like, okay, here, let me do this. Like, even if I can't wear it, I do got these little mannequin heads, and I mean, it's gonna fit perfectly there. So if you're someone who's like a big collector and you love Gladiator and you always wanted an affordable mask from the movie of Maximus, well, there you go, baby. I know people saying MF Doom. I'm unfortunately not cultured enough to have known his music. When everyone was saying that, I was like, who Doom? Doctor Doom? I unfortunately don't know of Doom, but I will look into his music. I will culture myself. So I'm trying to force it in, but it really hurts my nose if I do it. So yeah, guys, go get it. Go get this popcorn bucket. It's probably gonna be a big winner. That's gonna make a lot of people happy. Great popcorn bucket. Great popcorn bucket. Good job. Good job. And I think this one's available everywhere. Regal, Cinemark, AMC, all over the place. In fact, let's just leave it here so we can remind ourselves to be entertained. All right, guys, that's enough popcorn bucket segment here with you guys. Let's start talking about some of the real crazy news we've got to talk about. That thing is so badass. Like, I just rewatched Gladiator to prepare myself for Gladiator 2, and I was like, dude, they don't make movies like this anymore. No CGI backgrounds, no extras that were filtered in using visual effects. Like, they had actually 1,000 people, big on wars. Like, that movie holds up. That movie holds up. All right, here we go. Let's get on to talking about the movie news, my friends. All right. Let's go into our first news story here, talking about the Bendy movie. Okay, so we were promised on Halloween Day we would get the director announced for the live-action Bendy movie. Now, this is a thing a lot of people are excited for. I know there's like a real crossover between Bendy fans and Five Nights at Freddy's, mainly because I think it's like a horror-related game. It appeals a lot to the 9-year-olds out there. Unfortunately, this was never a game or a property I got into. Like, even before I was making FNAF movie updates, I did know about FNAF and the basic lore, and I studied harder whenever it's got announced. But Bendy was just, unfortunately, never something I got into. Still, a lot of people are looking forward to it, and I do think it has the potential to be a really cool movie. Well, the director that they announced for this was Andre Overdahl. And honestly, I think that's a good get, guys. That is a good get. It's a better get. No offense to Emma Tammy, because she did an all right job with the Five Nights at Freddy's, but we had, was it Christopher Columbus, who was going to direct Five Nights at Freddy's, and he dropped out. But and Andre, he has a pretty decent movie career, I think. Now, my favorite movie of his so far is Autopsy of Jane Doe. If you have not seen that, that is a pretty good little underrated gem horror movie I don't see a lot of people talk about. It's got a good twist to it. I enjoyed scary movies scary stories to tell in the dark. Like that, I remember seeing those books as a kid and reading a couple of the stories. And for a gateway horror, which is like a family friendly-esque kind of horror movie, I thought it was pretty good. Like, I'm kind of sad that they didn't make a second movie, because the way it ends, they set it up for a second film, and I don't think we're ever going to get it. But aside from that, he also did the most recent movie, which was The Last Voyage of Demeter. Not a movie I loved, but visually speaking, I thought there was a lot there, and he did more with the story than I was expecting. I think he does a good job. I think he is someone that's going to get a lot of people happy with this movie, because you want it to be visually stunning. You got the setup there with Bendy and the Ink Machine and kind of like this retro style look. He's someone I think that has a really good artistic look to his movies, so you should be happy with that. I think you guys will enjoy that. I think it'll be good. I'm happy. I wish I could say more, but I just don't know enough about Bendy. He gonna bend it, and man, when he get that machine, better have cartridges ready, because there's ink that needs to go in that machine, Bendy. That's all I got. That's all I got. All right, let's move on now to the next topic. I know if I just didn't bring that up, people would be like, wow, Chris, how could you not talk about the Bendy movie? Were you some kind of Bendyist? I just don't know enough about Bendy, guys. Leave me be. Okay, let's talk about these Lego movies. So, the Lego universe, man. So, You guys know the Lego movies at one point were with Warner Brothers. And these are the movies they made when they were there. We got the Chris Pratt ones with Emmett. We got the Lego Batman movie, which is probably my favorite one they did. The Lego Ninjago movie, which I never saw. But dude, I cannot believe there is just that big of a fan base for Ninjago. We'll talk about that. They made the other Lego movie. But I guess Warner Brothers wasn't making enough money or the Lego company wasn't satisfied. So Warner Brothers lost the license to the Lego movies. They can no longer make them. And now the Lego movies went on to Universal. Universal has the Lego movies in their pocket now. And they announced that, like, I think it's been almost a year, 2 years now. And we're like, man, what's Universal gonna do? They have a lot of properties. They can, just like they made Lego Batman at Warner Brothers, since Warner Brothers owned Batman. Universal's got a lot of properties. They could do a Lego Jurassic Park movie. They could do Lego Universal Monsters. Like, ooh, there could be something so cool. And what is the first thing they decide to make with Lego? A biopic about Pharrell Williams. This was the first movie in the partnership with Universal and Lego. And hey, nothing against Pharrell. You just saw. I just mentioned I didn't know who MF Doom was, and I didn't know Pharrell was that how do I say, impactful to the music industry. All right, I still have yet to see Piece by Piece. Unfortunately, I hear it's actually a really good movie. I need to see it. But you got to admit, that is a choice to make that your first movie. Very creative choice. A biopic told through Legos. When you tell the biopic of my life, do it through popcorn buckets and Funko Pops. That is how I want my biopic done. Find a way to do it. And yes, I want the Denussy and Wolvosy in there. They need cameos. But okay, they got that done. And I don't even know if the movie's making a box office splash. Let me just look up real quick what the box office is. Piece by, because I feel like they almost botched the marketing by this. I remember this movie hit theaters and no, everybody was like, wait, what? It came out already? What the heck? So Piece by Piece box office. Let's see. What is the Piece by Piece box office looking like? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I don't think we're getting Piece by Piece too. Universal, you gotta step it up because that's your entire worldwide gross. No offense to Pharrell, no offense to Lego, but that is those are some interesting numbers right there. I think but again, I don't even think that's Pharrell's fault. I think that is Universal's fault because they did not market like the release of that movie very well. Okay, anyways, all this Lego talk because they finally announced 3 new Lego movies that Universal will be making, and they are being a little vague. We do have the idea of one of them, but here in the article from Deadline, they have Jay Kazan, Patty Jenkins, sorry about that, and Joe Cornish set to helm live action Lego movies for Universal. Okay, that right there is where I was like, huh? I gotta sneeze. Hang on, guys. Excuse me. Pardon. I was like, what live action? All the Lego movies that they have made so far, they have been animated. Yes, they are mimicking a live action look. Like, I don't know if you could argue technically these movies are also live action because they're using they were going for stop motion animation, just like a lot of YouTube Lego people do, where they make stuff like anytime there's a popular trailer, you can bet within 3 days a Lego YouTuber will make the Lego version of that trailer. So I'm like, is there an argument to be made that these movies were also live action? Because there was segments where Will Ferrell showed up in his physical form, and the toys are based off what Legos literally look like. Yeah, they were animated, but that's literally what Legos look like in live action. So I don't know. I'm very confused by that part. But they do state one of these stories will be an original story, so it'll be something brand new, just like how this story was brand new. Like everybody I remember was making fun of, like, how do you make a Lego movie? What do you make Legos about? Emmett and Goth Girl. All you need in your life. That is the original idea they came out with, featuring Batman and whoever else. Honestly, Universal could probably just do the same thing, create their own version of Emmett, and then have characters from like their other properties, like Dominic Toretto, because Universal, freaking Jurassic Park, Universal Monsters, they could do their own version of that. So, okay, but we actually got the idea what one of these 3 movies will be, and I'm like, okay, what is this a money laundering scheme? What is this? I need somebody to explain it to me. And I think there was even a super chat in the live chat before I went live. One of these movies will be a live action Lego Ninjago movie. All right. Who's got blackmail? Who is the creator of Ninjago? And why are they blackmailing Universal to keep making these movies? This guy, he's a powerful man. I have never been hurt. I've never heard of anyone who's that crazy passionate about Lego Ninjago. Now, and it's so weird to me because Lego Ninjago already had their own movie. Sure, it was animated and whatnot. It came out already. I remember no one really talking about it. Like, what was the box office of that movie? Maybe I'm crazy. Um, let's see. Lego 123. That's way better than the Pharrell Williams movie. Let's say that. But comparatively to the other movies, because I think here they are a chart. Lego Ninjago made the least amount of money from the Lego movies that Warner Brothers made. This was the first Lego movie. I'm surprised Lego Batman didn't make more. Like you would think that would do. And that movie was also great. I think it's the best one of the three. And second Lego movie didn't do all that good. They look at that and they go, Lego Ninjago. My only thinking on this is the Ninjago toys must sell like crazy. That must be it. The 8, 7-year olds, 6-year olds, whoever is out there, they must be buying these Lego Ninjago toys like they're crack. Like every time they're going to Walmart, Kroger, wherever they sell Legos, they go, Mom, I need my Ninjago. Can I get a new Ninjago, Mommy, please? I promise I'll give up iPad time, Mommy. Give me it. I obviously don't get the hype of Ninjago. Maybe if I watch the show, I do it, and I am looking off to the side. The chat is cooking me because they're like, "Hey, Ninjago is an awesome show. There's some more instead." People were going, "I watch it. I love Lego Ninjago. Ninjago is my childhood." Let me find that one super chat of the person that was saying it here, where they were like, "I'm 30 and I love Ninjago," and I'm like, "Dude, I'm around your age. Should I not love it too?" Yeah, here. I'm 30 years old and I watch and love the Ninjago show. Yeah, I'm not ashamed. I don't mean to shame you. I don't. The idea of a live action movie is a very strange, but could actually work. So there is something about Ninjago I am not getting here, but I am happy for you guys that that is something you're going to be getting. Maybe I need to go and pop in the one Warner Brothers made so I can get it. If you guys can give me a little roadmap of the basics of Ninjago so I can get into it. I feel like this is this generation's version then of Bionicle. Because I was a Bionicle kid. Bionicles were the shiznits, okay? If you had a Bionicle, you were a cool kid, okay? The resurgence for Bionicle needs to come back. I was crazy about this, and I felt Bionicle never got the love it deserved. Is Ninjago then the Bionicle of the iPad kids? I need a scientist on this. I need to do research on this. And we are going to figure this out because the day Bionicle died, Ninjago was born. Yes, yes. I think I am onto something here. The government is probably knocking on my door. He knows too much. Get rid of him. Okay, so, all right, but okay, either way, 3 movies. Now, again, we know Ninjago. I wish I could speak more on it, but clearly I don't know that much. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, I really do think it's because they probably sell Ninjago most out of any Lego. So they're like, even if this movie ends up making 10 million, like the Pharrell Williams movie, our toy sales are going to make up 10 times for that. So I'm thinking that's why they're going to do it. Okay, but the other 2 movies that they're working on, that they're making, I don't know what to expect. Like, we just had a Pharrell Williams biopic. Like, these next Lego movies could literally be anything. I think one is going to be like the Emmett movie, where with what Warner Brothers did, where their own original story, kind of what you kind of expect now from a Lego movie. That second live action one, dude, all bets are off. It could be anything. It could be another biopic. It could be a documentary. It could be a Jurassic Park movie. It could be a horror movie. Oh, dude, a Lego horror movie? That'd be fun. We have no idea, but um I'm interested. I obviously want to see them succeed and do a good job with it. I wonder if maybe they'll partner with Nintendo. Lego and Nintendo recently got into a deal. What if they do a Nintendo Lego character movie? Like, I'm trying to think of what Nintendo character would lend itself well to the Lego world. That could be something they do because I mean, Universal works with them. Or oh, dude, I just figured it out. Oh my god, it was right in front of us this entire time. We're getting a Minions Lego movie, y'all. I'm not even memeing or joking. The last Minions movie, which Despicable Me 4, I don't care whether it's called Minions 1 or 2 or Despicable Me. Any Despicable Me movie is just a Minions movie. That film almost made $1 billion. It was like well, let's see what Despicable Me made. Despicable Me 4 box office. It's, look at that. Look at those numbers, baby. Right there, someone is rolling around in that money on Universal, and now they're going, Minions? Lego. We are going to become too powerful. They're not ever going to be able to stop us. That's definitely what's happening. I just cracked the code. I solved it here. You witnessed it, guys. Lego Minions is happening. I like see the vision for it so clearly. Yeah, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. A Lego Minecraft movie, but unfortunately, Minecraft is with Warner Brothers, and Universal is the one that has the license. So there we go, guys. Lego Twisters. Now that would be fun. That would be good for the older collector. So either way, you guys let me know what your opinions and what your thought is. And if you're a Lego Ninjago, I do consider you superior than me because you know something I don't. And I want to be in on it. Let me know. All right. You guys give me your thoughts on that. Let's move on now to the next topic. Godzilla. We got ourselves an update on Godzilla. Now, unfortunately, while we are waiting for the MonsterVerse Godzilla to do something, wake up from his nap, get out, maybe turn a different color because he was pink and that's woke. We don't like woke Godzilla around here. No, I thought he was actually looking pretty cool in the latest Godzilla X Kong movie. Now, we know there's a third one, and that'll be the next time we see this Godzilla, but every time a new Godzilla and Kong movie come out, I always get the people going, Chris, when is he going to get his solo movie again? When are they going to give Godzilla another chance? I'd like to see what they do with him now that they're going with the more cartoony, action-packed style. And anytime they do a Godzilla and Kong movie, they always give more love to Kong than Godzilla. Now, well, they're promising this new one. Godzilla will get a lot more screen time and will be a bigger focus. We'll see if that ends up becoming true. But while we still wait for this Godzilla to wake up, do something, have his own solo movie, there is another legendary Godzilla that has stolen the spotlight that I think is now people's main Godzilla, and that is -1, Godzilla. Dude, this movie broke records. It won Oscars for its visual effects, made a lot of money. I was blown away when I went to the theater. I was like, people talking about this Godzilla movie, how good could it be? Oh, it was phenomenal. It was one of the best Godzilla movies I've ever seen. If only the American Godzilla movies could be this good. So we're like, well, you had all this success, you had all this fame. Where the heck is your sequel? Finally, we got the announcement. The official Godzilla page came out with this little video. They have now confirmed they have greenlit the sequel to Godzilla -1. It is going to be having, again, the same director, visual effects artist, all that was part of -1. Thank freaking goodness. This could be huge. I wonder, like, if they really do this well, this could now be the definitive Godzilla for worldwide. Because there have always been the Japanese Toho-made Godzilla movies for like a long time now. We had Shin Godzilla, we had that. And while they always do modestly in the overseas box office, I think most people are just like, I want American Godzilla. That's who I want. And those are the movies that make most money in the States. But now with Godzilla -1 actually making a lot of people happy, really enjoying that movie, dude, we might never see a solo Godzilla movie made by an American studio if they keep up the quality with this, and I wouldn't even mind it. Like that, this was such a good movie, and I remember after it came out, seeing interviews with the director and whatnot, and they were like, yeah, we would like the MonsterVerse to be filled out with them, and they have ideas to introduce more monsters and all this kind of stuff. And you know the thing I love about -1? This Godzilla is a villain. This Godzilla is a monster. He's scary, which I think is something always that's kind of lacking in the American versions. I like me my hero Godzilla who fights and saves us, even though he stomps on a bunch of cities and cars all the time. I kind of like a Godzilla I'm afraid of. So I can't wait. I'm excited for this. Hopefully it goes good. Um, I don't know if I want to go right into another monster fighting this Godzilla, because that's always where it becomes messy. Once you introduce another monster that has to fight this Godzilla, then they lean into hero Godzilla, into like, oh, we actually depend on him Godzilla, and I don't know how they do that. I would like him to be scary, to still be this threat, to be like, oh, he's back. We are so effed, and but we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. Either way, I'm happy. Probably will not come out now for another couple years. They're definitely going to get an upgrade on the budget. So with this movie looking as great as it did, I can only imagine how good the next movie is going to look. Also, if it's going to follow the same characters, I'm into it. I want to see it, guys. Mechagodzilla, I think, would be a great choice. That would be a great choice. I would like to see a modern day Mechagodzilla, and that could still go with the scary vibe of keeping him, a monster and evil, and the humans are like, we need just don't turn Mechagodzilla evil at the end, or maybe you do with AI and whatnot, right? So, I'd love to hear your guys' theories or where you think they could take the Toho universe. If they should introduce like a Mothra, if they should lean into Hero Godzilla, keep him scary. Would really like to know from you guys. But either way, movie's greenlit. I can't wait. Probably by the time this comes out, we'll also get the Godzilla X Kong movie. So there could be a year where we get two Godzillas, and I think that's just an exciting time for Godzilla fans. Okay, talking a little bit about the Halloween franchise, man. I know Halloween just passed, and everybody's like, let's move on to Christmas. Let's not talk about Halloween. It's always going to be Halloween here on this channel. And every Halloween, at least for the past couple Halloweens, we have always gotten an update on our boy Michael Myers. And I was kind of banking on that happening this Halloween. I was like, come on now, do something, give us an update. Last Halloween is when they announced, oh, we're rebooting. We're going to have a cinematic universe. We're going to get a TV show. We're going to have a movie connected to that TV show. And I'm like, I'm not crazy about that, but all right, let's have it done. And I thought we were going to get an update, maybe what an idea of the TV show. And this is kind of the only update we got with Halloween. Let me see if I can pull it up. We had Jamie Lee Curtis release a little statement on Halloween. I'm trying to find the full statement she said. But basically, oh, there's that Jamie Lee Curtis. Maybe I should stop scrolling. I got in trouble last time. Well, basically, when it came down to it, she was asked again if she would ever return for. Well, she wasn't even asked. She just kind of said it, I think. And she said, "Never say never." And I was like, "No, please. We're done with this." I love Jamie Lee Curtis, and I think Laurie Strode is one of the most iconic final girls that has ever been in horror history. Like, don't get me wrong. But for this next reboot, what they're planning to do, which we'll go into the details of what we know so far, I kind of want to be done with Laurie Strode. I think we should do a whole series where we don't go into her character, where we let that side of her rest, because I think the only time most people care about Laurie Strode is when it's being played by Jamie Lee Curtis. And I think we've had enough of that for a while. I think some people were even disappointed when Blumhouse leaned into that. And with the way Halloween Ends went, and that movie barely being about their struggle, their fight, their epic battle we've been waiting for, that was only the last 10 minutes of the movie instead of the whole film like it should have been, it just left a sour taste in people's mouths. We're like, we just don't want it. We don't. Now, getting on to this Halloween TV show that we are promised, I'm still wondering what it is going to be about. Let me see if I'll put Michael Myers. I guess I have to be specific. Because all we know that they have let us know about this Halloween TV series is that the basis of it will still come from the original John Carpenter Halloween movie, right? So whenever we got the first announcement, it was in March of this year, man. So I really thought we were going to get an idea. They said Miramax, the TV series, will be a creative reset for the franchise. Here's the latest. Now, it's a creative reset completely and going back to the original film as opposed to spinning out any more recent film adaptations. That's the part also where I'm kind of like, eh. So they're basically going back to what 2018 did, where the original film will remain canon and we're going to go based off what that film did. kind of would like you to Rob Zombie it and create new lore. Maybe modernize it. You don't have to go with the, realistic killer and what Rob Zombie did and all that, but I don't know, spinning out from the original film is the way to go again. Because here they have the foundation. It is the original film, the John Carpenter movie, the characters of that film, and perhaps a group of characters that we haven't really focused on that much in recent film versions or even in a number of them. That's the part that gets me excited with this Halloween update. Not hearing Jamie Lee going, maybe, you don't know, never say never. The characters I think they should focus on if they want to go with the Halloween film, and this is my main thing, Judith Myers. I think, which I got to be careful here because Judith shows her tatas in that movie. So let me actually zoom out for a little bit. I forgot that's what happens in the movie. Let me just go to that gravestone, Judith Myers, grave. I think you base a whole movie on Judith. I think that's what you do. I think you retcon. In my opinion, this is what I think they should do. I think you retcon the fact that he kills his sister on Halloween night. I think he still attempts to kill her, and that's when we see Michael go a little crazy. Just the attempt of killing your own sister, I think, is enough to send you to an asylum or a facility where you meet your own Dr. Loomis and get studied on. Maybe he kills his parents instead. That way he's fully in there and he's like, okay, we got to evaluate this kid. But I think Judith Myers should survive the night. And the reason I think they should do this is because I like the idea of Myers being hell-bent on wanting to kill his sister. To me, that was one of the fun parts of the earlier Halloween films, like Halloween 2, Halloween 4, and 5, where Michael was just, for some reason, wanting to get rid of his bloodline. He was obsessed with his family members. You could still keep in the reason that he does it for no reason. We don't have to know why. He just does it because I just don't like family or whatever. But I think Judith, as the new final girl, would be the best way to go. And that fits in with what they're saying here with we follow a group of characters that we haven't really focused on that much. And these have to be characters that were introduced in the original film. Judith was introduced in the original movie. If not that, then who do you focus on? The Doyles? The Tommy Doyle, the Sheriff family, Brackett, their side of it. I know Rob Zombies did it, but I'm not a big fan of that. The parents of Michael, I don't like the idea of Michael's parents being white trash, kind of RV living people. I kind of would like, if they redid it, Michael's parents to be just regular people, a dad with an office job who's like an accountant, a mom who stays home and is just baking pies, like the most average American type family that you're like, how could they raise a serial killer? That's the Myers. They're the nicest people. They give out full candy bars on Halloween. I don't know. To me, yeah, people are saying just make new characters. I would love that too, to just like do a whole new idea with Myers still there. Marion and Loomis wouldn't be a bad idea. I think Loomis is fine. It's finally time to go back to Loomis. Donald Pleasance obviously made that thing super iconic, but I think it's time we get a new Dr. Pleasance in there. Dr. Loomis. Michael got to me, y'all. Michael Myers came in and took my internet. Sorry about that. I definitely think that's the way to go and the possibility with it. But man, out of all the updates I was hoping to hear about with Halloween, because we always get an update. Last year was the announcement of the reboot and Miramax and the TV series. Other years, I remember the greatest year was when Blumhouse announced Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends on Halloween Day, and I was like, oh, little did we know they wouldn't live up to that hype. Although I still like Halloween Kills. This year we just got Jamie Lee Curtis going, I may be back, y'all. Never say never, Jamie. Just go back to Freaky Friday 2. Make Freaky Friday 3. Get freaky with it. Freaky Friday Freak Off. I don't think I want to see that movie. But anyways, yeah, guys, that's what we got going on the Halloween universe. I thought it was a disappointing yearly update because we always get some sort of update on Halloween, and we just got to keep waiting when the TV show was come out. Because also, remember, they said TV show first, then the movie. So for all the people going, I don't care about the TV show, I don't want it. It looks like you're getting the TV show first, and then based off whatever the show does, that spins off into a movie that will follow that'll also be connected to the show. So I'm kind of interested to find out what this show is. I'm believing the rumors that it's maybe a Dr. Loomis show. I could totally see it being a Dr. Loomis show, but we'll wait and see, guys. We'll wait and see. So that was our Halloween update that I found disappointing. Move on to Pinocchio, boys. Oh my goodness. The Pooniverse. This is still a thing, and your boy cameoed in it. I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to be part of these movies again. I haven't heard from the creative teams. I like to think I'm still friendly with them, but I did have a little voice cameo in Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey too. So your boy's got always the inside scoop. Not this time, but we do have a major update in this movie universe. While I think some people are kind of over the fairy tale trend of turning characters that were from your childhood into killers, I will admit it's gotten old, and I don't even know if it's that useful for clicks and views like I was doing for a while. Um, this update on the Pinocchio movie has re-jumped my excitement for this universe. So, first of all, they gave us our first look to the Pinocchio movie, which let me go ahead and jump into that. Thanks to good old Bloody Disgusting. They always have the update here for us. Um, they came out with some photos for Pinocchio Unstrung, which is connected to the Pooniverse movie. For one, this is the look of the doll. I think the doll actually looks cool. Now, I cannot be the only one. I like the look, but tell me that does not look like that's a doll with dreads on it. I thought those were some dreads on Pinocchio, and I was like, oh, okay, Pinocchio. I like it. Good cut, clean and nice. Still a pretty creepy look for the doll. Now, there's some other things with it. This is another closer look at the doll. I think the wood and the design of it is really nice. One thing that surprised me about this is the animatronic work. So it's being done by Todd Masters, who actually did the work for the recent Child's Play movie, the 2019 version that I still defend to this day because it brought a lot of goodness in my life. But even as a defender and enjoyer of that movie, one of the things it dropped the ball on, I think, was the animatronic job on that doll. It was probably some of the most disappointing animatronic work. Maybe a lot of that was due to the low budget of the movie, but this Pinocchio movie is also being done on a pretty low budget, just like all the other Winnie the Pooh movies. And then they showed off the puppeteering work that, again, is being done by this Child's Play, Todd Masters. And what the heck, man? This thing looks sick. Like, I scrolled by this in the morning and I thought this was CGI. I almost thought it was an AI generated video for a second. And I don't mean that as a negative. AI generated videos are getting a little too good, but it had that weird motion to it. And no, dude, this is a real animatronic puppet that they're using. Look at the eyes, look at the nose. This is actually kind of haunting. I think it looks really good. My respect for the Pooniverse goes up with every movie. You have to remember, these were guys who were in it for a quick buck. And I think that's why a lot of people made fun of them, because they spent like $50 to make the first Winnie the Pooh movie, which is awful. I'm friends with the creators. I respect them, what they're doing, but I'll tell them to their face with love and respect, this movie was not great. It was a dread to watch, and I do not want to ever see it again. But because that made money and people actually checked it out, when Winnie the Pooh 2 came out, they didn't just pocket that money. They pulled it back in, and I think the movie was a major improvement. Not saying it was a great movie, a classic all time, or even up to the level of like what the Terrifier movies do with a low budget, but it's inching closer to that. The makeup work was done really well. They added in Tigger, the owl, where the makeup was also good, and it was a much more enjoyable movie than the last film. Now this Pinocchio film, I'm like, this doesn't look low budget. This doesn't look like you're just crapping out a movie to capitalize on, ooh, Pinocchio horror movie. Like, this almost looks like a real horror movie. Like, it really does. And looking at some of the things they said here, Frank Waterfield, said here, the film will embrace practical effects at every opportunity, ranging from the doll itself to the title card of the film, having a budget significantly higher than my last film, Winnie the Pooh 2. This movie's going to have a higher budget than Winnie the Pooh 2. I'm aiming to make the definitive Pinocchio horror film and my best movie to date. And by him saying that, he's meaning the best movie in the Pooniverse. And yeah, there have been other Pinocchio horror movies. Every time I talk about this, people go, Chris, there was already a Pinocchio horror movie. Don't you know that? Yes, I know about it. And I don't even know if it was all that good. Pinocchio's Revenge. I got to check it out. I have not seen it. But I know there have been other attempts at making a Pinocchio horror movie. But as a fan of killer doll movies, this has my excitement. And we're not even done with the surprises of this movie. So, one of the most interesting parts is the casting. For one, Geppetto, which I think we do have a photo of, is going to be played by Richard. Let me see, make sure. Richard Brake. Richard Brake is one of the most creepiest dudes you could see pop up in a horror movie. And again, I mean that with love and respect. Him playing Geppetto, I think, is a really good idea. You have maybe seen him pop up in a couple of horror movies. I kind of most remember him from Halloween 2. He kind of had like a messed up scene with Michael Myers. I think every time I talk about him, he's always someone that people are like, oh, he'd make a good Freddy Krueger. I think he'd be cool Freddy Krueger. I wouldn't mind him. I kind of want my Freddy a little younger, but I totally get why people are like, "Oh, this guy would be a great Freddy Krueger." Him as Geppetto, great casting. Now, since this is also a Pinocchio movie, there is an important character in all Pinocchio films, okay? One of those characters is the cricket. You cannot have a Pinocchio movie and not include Jiminy Cricket, the conscience of Pinocchio that helps guide him through what is right and wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, the person they got to play the conscience is none other than, oh, Jesus, than Freddy Krueger himself, y'all. Robert Englund is going to be the voice of Jiminy Cricket for the Pinocchio horror movie. I love me some Robert Englund. It sucks that he never got enough praise outside of the Freddy Krueger universe, because I do think he's a wonderful actor. And his voice, it's an iconic one. And to know that he is going to be the cricket, the conscience of this Pinocchio doll, dude, that is awesome. And even just that plot device itself, what they could do with that is so cool. Because usually, as the conscience, you're the cricket going, oh, Pinocchio, you shouldn't do that. Is that really what Geppetto would want for you? Hey, Freddy Krueger is your conscience. I don't think he's telling you the right thing to do. I think that conscience is going to be leading him into some dark paths. And knowing that it's going to sound like Freddy Krueger, probably not as much. Freddy has always a very distinct voice of, welcome to prime time. Oh, dude, I love that voice. I don't know if it'll be that nasally and growly like Freddy, but Robert Englund's solo voice is pretty creepy. So I think that's great. And it also makes me wonder, what is the cricket going to look like? How are they going to play that off? Now, there are other things about this movie I want to get into that also makes it kind of sound exciting, that maybe you guys too. Variety was the one that had the details on it. So let me go into some of the things about this movie. For one, they talk about the script here. They say, not only is the script dark, twisted, and gory, it's also at times very funny. Todd Masters and his team have created incredible practical effects. Audiences are in for a crazy ride. Talks about this. Now, this is the part I like. This version is still a little puppet's pursuit to become a real boy. But the way he becomes one is extremely gnarly and, frankly, very funny. I think I have an idea of how they'll go about making him a real boy. I think in this version, they're going to have like a leather face kind of thing to him, where I'm thinking he just wants the skin of a real boy, which brings back up the Terrifier argument. Pinocchio small, he's a tiny guy, so he's going to go after small people too, usually children. Skinning kids and wearing their clothes? Oh, not clothes, their skin? That could be crazy. If not, maybe he just gets different skins from different adults and victims. Look, all I'm saying is, I think this movie, out of all the movies they've done, has potential to actually be a real franchise, actually do something good. I don't think this is kind of like a joke where I'm like, aha, Pinocchio, he's a horror character. Like, I think they could honestly do something here. So hopefully they pull it off. Maybe it's not just another trashy horror movie. We'll see. I'm gonna always judge it fairly. And yo, if you guys are listening and watching, you still want me to be killed in the Pooniverse movie, I'll do it for free. I'll do it for $5. I'll fly myself out. I'm not ashamed. Put me as a cameo, please. But love what you guys are doing. Hopefully it goes good. Next up, we got Bambi and Peter Pan, guys. But honestly, Pinocchio right now is the highest one I'm looking forward to. So let me see what you guys do. Okay, Sonic Movie 3 is our next topic. I think in the next coming day, guys, we are up for our next update on the or our next trailer for the Sonic movie. One of the reasons I kind of get that is they started the marketing back up, which this is kind of interesting. They put out this little Halloween video of Sonic trying to scare Ozzy, and then out of nowhere, Shadow pops up and just says "boo." I wonder if this is really in the film or if this is something they created for marketing. We haven't gotten a lot of the personality of Shadow throughout the marketing material. That's kind of what I'm most interested in for this second trailer. Now, we have other updates with Sonic Movie 3, not just when this trailer will come out. But starting off here, I think that's what I want from the second trailer is a little bit more of an idea of the personality of this Shadow. Like, I think he is going to have kind of a funny side to him, a dry pan sense of humor. I don't think kind of like Knuckles, where he's funny without knowing it, kind of like Drax way, where he's oblivious to obvious things. Just like the line he says, "You're a colorful bunch." I think more stuff like that. But him saying "boo" in Sonic Movie 3 was not on my bingo card. So that was pretty interesting. Then I think it was USA Today out of nowhere put out a brand new image for Sonic Movie 3, and dude, this thing looks glorious. This is, I think, one of the early fights between Sonic and Shadow, where they meet for the first time, have that interaction, and they're about to clash right here. Dude, Shadow is looking really good. I am still blown away how the VFX for the Sonic movie look way better than some Marvel movies, than some action-packed films. Like, I can't believe we were almost in the timeline that we got the Meow Sonic design. Because can you imagine this attention to detail and look to the Meow Sonic? I still don't know how they make these characters look that good. Because just this screen grab, it is crisp HD quality. Really good, really good. So that's awesome. I'm betting that second trailer is right around the corner, guys. Probably gonna come out with the movie Red One, if I'm being honest, since they're hoping that'll be a big audience pleaser. So maybe around November 12th, probably like November 10th, all that. That's just a guess based off how Paramount works. But the other thing that got let known is slight disappointment by some people. The most recent piece of marketing finally has revealed the rating for Sonic Movie 3, and the hopes of seeing Shadow hold a Glock or seeing a kid brutally taken down Maria style. Like, I wanted that gun soldier, point blank range, gun in hand, right at the forehead of Maria, going, "How do you like them apples?" Blood everywhere, zoom in on Shadow's face, and we're not getting that. Obviously, we knew they were not going to go that crazy with Sonic Movie 3. And at times, I'm surprised that the Sonic franchise is PG, when I think pushing it PG-13 wouldn't make that big of a difference to their box office. And if any movie in the Sonic universe was going to be PG-13, I thought it would be Sonic 3, because I think a lot of us really do want Shadow holding a gun. That's one thing, which I know there have already been guns in the Sonic universe, but I think it's kind of different to see your CGI character hold one and actually use it in the movie. I'm thinking it might, if he does end up getting it, which I'm going to jump up and down, it'll be a quick 10-second scene when he's fighting like a gun soldier. He's like, "Poof, poof, give me that," and then lets go of it, moves on. But okay, now we have to lower expectations with Shadow holding a gun. Does not look like it'll happen. But the other reason we thought it would happen is because the death of Maria. Like that's, I said Mario, the death of Mario. That's kind of gonna be a sad moment in the movie, and if they really milk it, that could hurt some kids. I know they're not going to go. It looks like they're not going to shoot her. They're not going to go with what happens in some of the iterations where she literally takes a bullet. It looks like from this little grab right here, there's an explosion, things happen, and then everybody's like, "You okay, Gerald? Everything good?" And Maria's just on the ground, like, "With great power comes great responsibility, Shadow." She becomes the Aunt May of Shadow, it looks like here. So I thought there was some room here for maybe this one to be the slightly more mature Sonic movie of the bunch, but no, they're still going PG-13 with PG, I mean, and I don't think that's a bad thing. It just would have been nice to kind of have that extra little leeway, maybe get the permission to say one F word, even if it was bleeped, but no, PG. I'm still good. I don't think that's a bad idea, but that's the current updates we got. There are some Sonic fans kind of upset. Let me see the reactions to some of these Sonic fans. This person says, before anyone gets angry about Sonic the Hedgehog 3 not being PG-13, keep in mind that there have been some kid movies in the past that have a PG rating, but they will still be able to tell a dark and more serious story. So, I mean, yeah, the guy with the Mario hat and the penguin profile pic, we want the scary, oh, not the scary, the serious Sonic movie 3 movie. It all gives me vibes of SpongeBob with all of us going, we really want this movie to be dark, to be gritty, to traumatize us. We we knew it was never going to go that far, but it's nice to wonder. I want to see what other coping there is in the F. No, so no S-ing. Oh, Donut Lord and Shadow, don't do it. Oh my goodness. The kid is not getting shot. Look at the likes for that and the disappointment. How could they not shoot the kid in the movie, man? Sonic fans is crazy. I love the meme of it though, as a joke. So yeah, I'm still happy. Movie's still gonna be peak. I'm still excited. Not really a huge deal, but for a lot of us that were waiting for that confirmation, it's PG. Trailers should be coming soon. Curious to what they'll show. And we'll see where the Sonic universe takes us after this, because this is not going to be the end. They got spin-off shows that they're probably making. Wade Whipple Part 2. There are other movies in this universe. Remember, they eventually want to get to an endgame style finale. So that could be fun. But that's our update right now with Sonic Movie 3. Let's see. Paramount better let Shadow say damn. Oh, he better. That's so funny. Yeah, I'm still looking forward to this. Yeah, I still am too. Shadow with the Prowler theme. Oh, dude, that would go hard. That's my best Prowler impression. Okay, time to talk about something that I don't know how many of you guys care about, but I ended up being a little surprised with. Agatha All Along has now wrapped up. All the episodes have come out. They're on Disney Plus. I don't think Marvel has ever done the thing where they end the show with 2 episodes at a time, which is what they did here. And I'm going to go into spoilers on the show, give you my spoiler thoughts, my impression on the show as a whole. So sorry, and this is the final topic. After this, I'm going into super chat questions, and that's when most of y'all leave anyways, because you don't like me answering questions. I love answering your questions. I think you're important to me. Either way, getting on to this though, I gotta say, whenever they announced Agatha All Along, eyes were rolled so far back into my head, because look, the Disney Plus shows have not been as great as I hoped. They started out strong with WandaVision. I was there for when WandaVision came out, and you would stay up until 2 a.m., 3 a.m., which is when it would come out for me. You would watch the show, you'd go crazy with what happened, then you'd get online and you would see social media filled with theories and jokes and memes of what you just watched. Then you got on to the next Disney Plus show, Loki. Hype was still there. Then then the Captain America, and then Moon Knight. And as it went on, less and less excitement. It got less interesting. They were more disappointing. The finales were ruined. Controversies were made. And now we're at the point where characters like Agatha are getting their own show. A random villain character in WandaVision. Give me a break, man. What are we doing, Marvel? So I was not looking forward to this at all. Like this to me, if I didn't have this job, would not even watch Agatha. If this wasn't my thing and I didn't have to stay up to date, I would not turn on Agatha, guys, just being honest. So I went in with that mindset of like, okay, I guess I have to watch it just so I could be in the loop. And episode by episode, this show slowly won me over. And I, halfway into the show, I was willing to say, I think it's good, not great. After the finale, I think this is one of the better, possibly on the level of great Disney Plus shows. Not even lying. Now, again, I think if you're a fan of WandaVision, or if you were someone that didn't like WandaVision, maybe this wouldn't be for you. But I was really surprised with how much I ended up liking the characters. The witches in this show, they actually helped expand the Marvel universe. I like seeing what different witches were doing in the universe, and each character I actually found myself liking. The whole premise of going down this witch's road and having every episode be about a trial where they would go on a different theme, like a summer camp theme, Wizard of Oz, all that kind of stuff. I was like, okay, I like this. And as this also was one of those situations where every episode got progressively better than the last. The episode all involved with I'm talking about how great the characters are, and I'm already forgetting their names. But the episode dedicated to the let me pull up her name, to Lila, her episode, dude, what a great episode where you see her life story, how she has been always known to see her demise, her past, and is going through these out of context situations. And the way that episode ended with the slow-mo fall killing those witches, what, wow, that was good. I also really like Jennifer's character and how she ended up being the only one to actually get her wish from the road. The backstory with Alice and her mom and breaking her curse. Like, I even felt sad when Mrs. Hart died. The most innocent character that did not need to belong. Oh my god, how do you just kill sweet Mrs. Hart? I was so surprised. I think another thing that, oh, like, it's already happening. How much did they pay you? Make it clear, this is not better than Penguin. Penguin is miles better than Agatha, and this is nowhere near the level of WandaVision or Loki, which I think are the best Disney Plus shows. But for a show I thought I was gonna hate and dread every second of, this was fun. I think a lot of it also was because they were smart to release it around Halloween, because it was the Halloween season. It was October. I was looking forward to every episode. Oh, and I didn't even get to talk about Aubrey Plaza. She ends up being the character of Death, and I thought they gave her a really great design where like her half the face is a skull and whatnot. They play into the this love story with Agatha where I was like, okay, whatever, that's but to me, where the real payoff came is with the Tommy character, because I did not like Tommy in the beginning. I was like, what are we doing? Well, not Tommy, sorry, Billy. He was just known as Teen, and he was revealed to be Billy Maximoff, one of Wanda's kids, which I gotta admit, I was a little confused on, because this kid do not care about his mama. I thought he was going to be curious about where Wanda is and if she's alive. And I've seen a lot of angry stands online about him not caring about Wanda. I'm not going to go that far, but I would think, if that was your mom, maybe you want to know a little bit about her. But his main focus was, I want to find my brother Tommy and where he's at. I wasn't crazy about his reincarnation origin and all that. And he was sometimes annoying to me, but as it went on, and they finally reveal what actually was going down, where the whole show is about this witch's road, which is like an urban legend in the witches community about this road you go on that'll test you, that'll put you through trials. And once you meet the end of this road, you will get your wish granted, whatever that is. I thought the reveal that the witch's road was never real, and instead Billy constructed the road the same way Wanda constructed Westview and this whole sitcom universe where she gets to live the life of being with Vision and her kids. Brilliant. I love that reveal. I thought it was so awesome. And this is one of those Disney Plus shows where they actually stick the landing on the finale, because episode 8 felt like the finale to the show to me. Like, you get the reveal that it was Billy all along. He didn't even know he was doing it. He just believed that much in the road that he accidentally constructed the witch's road and whatnot. And Agatha knew all along it wasn't real, and she was just playing along to see how far this goes. And then episode 9, we get the backstory of Agatha about how she actually lost her son, her relationship to Death, which is Aubrey Plaza, the real origin of the Witch's Road song that they sing all throughout the show and how oh, dude, like I was actually heartbreaking. Like I was actually getting a little emotional for Agatha that she has to live her life always hearing this song, a popular song in her community and culture that her child created that was taken away from her. I was like, dude, that was actually really heartbreaking. And to know Agatha was like, this was a con I did. The Witch's Road is never real. And now, after all these hundreds of years, it's actually appeared in front of me. What the heck? Now, I will say, I didn't love her becoming a ghost, having white hair at the end, and then teaming up with Billy to be like, all right, let's go find Tommy. Got a little cheesy there. And again, the show was not absolutely perfect. Sorry, the Marvel check didn't clear, so I was canceling it. No, sorry. I keep hitting the back button on this thing. But what I was getting at, and I lost my train of thought now. What I was getting at though is I was just pleasantly surprised. Like I was actually happy most of the way through this show. When most of the Disney Plus shows, I start out happy. I start out interested, like with Moon Knight. Very interested and intrigued with that character. Then towards the final episodes, I thought they botched it. I wanted to love She-Hulk more than I did, and I didn't get there as much with She-Hulk. I wanted to love Miss Marvel, but I ended up liking Miss Marvel more as a character than the whole show. Agatha was one of those times where I can genuinely say I was satisfied throughout most of the watch, and I found it to be okay. So, look, I get it. It's not for everybody, and Marvel is definitely leaning into this section of making content where not everything is for everybody. Like I get to some people, this is just not interesting. My lady was super into it because she was always a fan of shows like Charmed. She's a big fan of Charmed and things like that, and I guess it gave off vibes of that. I was never into Charmed, but I get it. This isn't for everybody, but if you're willing to give it a chance, I was like, okay, this was not as awful as I thought. Marvel, I'm sorry. Hey, I actually liked it. Now, again, Penguin is still way better. I still think WandaVision was better, Loki was better, but this one, if it would there, I thought it was going to be at like the mid mark and just be like it was mid. It was like good, not terrible. All right, it's a little bit above mid. It was actually sweet. So I don't know. That's just me. Chris is Kevin Fagoli's secret agent. Look, if you are someone who watched the whole show and hated it, I'd love to hear your opinion down below. I want to know why maybe you didn't get into it. See, like here's a good. I was honestly not gonna watch Agatha, but after all the praise, I gave it a chance, and it was pretty solid. 7.6 out of 10, which I think is a super fair rating. Like 7.6 out of 10, I think is where I would also rate it. I thought it was going to be some Disney Channel BS, but it wasn't. I agree. Like, I really thought it was going to be so dumb, stupid, and continuing on this trend of downfall of Marvel, but it was all right. Like, it was actually enjoyable. So, I liked it. Like, to me, 7 out of 10, which is way better. I thought I was going to end up giving it like a 3 out of 10. Honestly, the only thing I hated about this show is that they brought back Ralph Boner to make more boner jokes. His username in the show is called Bonerman69 or something like that. Like I'm not kidding. Stop it with the boner jokes. Make him Quicksilver already. So I don't know. I thought it was good. Some people feel that way, and having a God of War profile pic, I don't think helps you. So I don't know. So there you go, guys. That was my thought on Agatha. I'd love to do you guys. When the Penguin is done, though, that's getting a dedicated video on the channel. I'm not doing no BS spoiler review like I did here, there, because it was 7 out of 10. If this show was 10 out of 10, oh, it'd get his own video on the channel. But Penguin, when that thing is done, oh, I'm putting on the Batman outfit. I'm getting my popcorn buckets out. And we talking about Penguin because that show right now is peak. Okay, so let's now. I see some of y'all saying check the Reddit. We can check the Reddit, and then we're gonna go into super chatty questions. Okay, Reddit here says, which how would you choose as your new house, and where would you film your films if you were in a live stream? What the heck? What kind of questions are these? Well, I would obviously go with the second one because I get so much more room. But this isn't even. Oh, these are apartments. Then no, I choose the house. Honestly, my friend, I'm gonna move on. Oh, Are you not entertained? Dude, I'm so mad it doesn't fit. Why do you have to be big, Chris? That is gonna be. I'm gonna use that as the profile photo for when I review Gladiator 2. That's gonna be that's gonna be my thumbnail image. Guys, we need to start decorating the setup for Christmas now. It's November. I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I'll do a whole video, but if anything, I'll put some Santa hats around. I'll put some Santa hats around, guys. Run. What the heck? Me trying to be the gladiator. What the heck? Oh, there we go. Thank you. You fixed it. This is brilliant. I love it. That looks great. Maybe that'll be one of these will end up, maybe I'll just cycle them like Mr. Beast does where he changes the thumbnail every 10 minutes or every hour. I'll just use different gladiator photos as the thumbnail photo. This is so cursed. Someone said, nah, this is a cursed image. Oh my God. Dressed up as Michael Myers. Ooh, nice, nice. Very good. Very good outfit. Very good. It's over. Oh, Lego Ninjago, man. It's coming. It's coming. I still haven't seen it. I'll check it out. I did not contribute to the $10 million it made. I'm sorry. Deadpool is in Fortnite. I still have to buy Leatherface. I haven't bought him yet. Question about the Halloween video. Hello, Chris is talking about Caddo Lake. He mentions that people said it's very similar to a Netflix series. And you know what series? If you don't know what's show, it was Netflix's Dark. That is the one that is very similar like it. So if you've seen Netflix's Dark, the story and the premise is very similar to Caddo Lake. So that's the one. I have never seen Dark, but now I kind of want to watch it after seeing Caddo Lake if they have a similar plot. Dude, maybe I'll go buy this tomorrow. Because tomorrow, hey, Spirit Halloween. Tomorrow, 50% off costumes. Yo, I want that. I did not see that at my Spirit Halloween. I got to go get it. That should have been one of my costumes. I want that now. The Chucky box, that's actually kind of cool. Is Chris going live today? Yes. Yes, he is. Oh, video not available. Okay. We got to let this photo go, guys. This was my one error on live. Ever since then, I have worn my pants up to my belly button when going live because of this incident. This photo haunts me, and I don't even know why I'm leaving it up right now. Somebody could be clicking on the screen and going, why are we staring at his butt crack? What the heck? Someone just said smash. Tootsie butt cheeks? What does that mean? What does that even mean? Tootsie butt cheeks? Oh, hell. Oh, Nelly. I'm watching with my puppy. Oh, my God. Yo, the crack. So there's that. Let me see what other. I need to have more meme templates. Oh, yeah. This is me. This is Chris after taking the substance. I respect the balance, though. I respect the balance with my other half. Very good. I need to have another Oppenheimer thing with this. I always love the Oppenheimer memes whenever you guys post that on Twitter. Let me just do that real quick. It's a little too much, though. I like giving you guys reaction things. It always works out well. We'll see if that turns out it's too bright. All right. I think that was it. So let's just go into the super chatty questions. All right. We have here Carlos just in some support. Thank you so much, Carlos. Play San Andreas to get into GTA. Okay, I definitely do that. I never got into GTA, but I guess I should say I never got into the storylines with GTA. If I ever played a GTA game, it was to how do I say it? It was just to roam around and shoot an old lady. Maybe go to the strip club. What I'm saying? Okay. I wish we had any updates soon on the Seth Rogen Venom R-rated animated movie. I'm excited for that. I hope it doesn't get canceled. We'll see. I think, Sony just wants some space right now from Venom. Let it get some traction. Maybe by next year or when they're ready to continue whatever they're doing with the their spin-off universe or their animated universe. Maybe after the animated Beyond movie is done, the Spider-Verse movies, then they'll let us know. Hope you had a great Halloween 3C. Did you see the new Godzilla burger? There's a new Godzilla burger. Okay, I gotta look this up. Where is this Godzilla burger? I have not heard of this. Godzilla burger. Oh, geez, there actually is. What better burger to honor Godzilla than a smash burger? Get the Godzilla burger at Trill Burgers in Houston. Okay. I've never heard of Trill Burger. Dude, that looks good right now. I'm hungry, dude. I haven't it's been a while since I've eaten. I was so busy today. I didn't eat much. So your boy's having a pizza or something after the stream, all right? Don't judge. Don't judge. It's not New Year's yet. I don't got no resolutions. All right. I'm guessing you missed the Mufasa news. There's a new pick. Some people got to see the first 39 minutes. The reviews are good. I sent you on X. Oh, okay. Is it to the let me see. Here we go. Hi 3C. Hi 3C. No, not that one. Puniverse. Oh, the Moana popcorn bucket that Cinemark's coming out with. This actually is a pretty cool one. I think that's creative. I think if I was a little 12-year-old girl, what the heck? I thought I was showing. Sorry, my guys. Sorry, guys. I was looking at the wrong thing. Oh, there we go. New photo. Okay. I saw the first 39 minutes and 15 seconds of Mufasa last night. A stacked voice cast and another intriguing chapter in the Lion King story. Excited to see how this new movie. That sounds very generic. That does not sound okay. I saw a quick Mufasa preview last night. Evocative animation. Okay, I need a thesaurus. Original music that I'm ready to hear again. I'm very invested in where Mufasa and Taka's Scar origin story end up. Okay, cool. We got another one. I just got the very first sneak peek, all 39 minutes, at Disney's Mufasa. Okay, people are liking it and enjoying it. They got some Mufasa cookies too. Nice. Hey, honestly, I'm not even. I have to rewatch that last. Well, I don't even know if I want to rewatch it, but I remember being let down by it. Hopefully this new one is good though, because I just don't know if I'll be there. And sorry for those because I didn't show off the popcorn bucket. Here's the Moana 2 one. Like that's actually kind of cool. A little wave. You know, I think that's dope. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's move on. All right. Missed opportunity for Rakusi. Rakusi. What would be the Rakusi? Oh, for a red one. I thought we were still talking about Gladiator. Yeah, Rakusi would have been nice. Rakusi would have sold. I would love a Christmas tree for the set. I'm thinking about it. I think a good spot would be right next to. Maybe I'll take out the Pac-Man machine and put a Christmas tree there. I honestly am seriously considering it. Yes. Hey Chris, Sonic X Shadow Generations is out. I heard it's the best game. Do you plan on streaming it for Sonic 3? Because I think you should love it. Thinking about it, I want to do it when they come out with the DLC where you get to play as Shadow, and it's the first like couple minutes of Sonic Movie 3. When that DLC comes out, yes, I will. People keep spamming Spider-Man 4 title. This has not been released, Enrique. Why are you telling me this, Enrique? I'm putting you on blast right now, Enrique. Spider-Man 4 title. It's not out, homie. Unless you're Kevin Feige and you can tell it to me right now. We don't know the title. We thought it was King in Black, but after seeing Venom 3, I don't think it is going to be King in Black. What superhero villain would you like to see in a slasher movie as the lead antagonist? Would they be killing humans or heroes in your film? What superhero villain would you like to see as a slasher? That's actually a pretty good question. I think you would go to Batman villains. Batman villains, I think, are built to be actual slasher characters. Like, think of a Scarecrow horror movie actually taken seriously with the fear toxin. There's some like Freddy Krueger stuff you can do there. Instead of like having nightmares and dreams, you would literally put them in a fear toxic state. Their worst nightmares would come to life, and then a Scarecrow, you would kill them. I'm going Scarecrow, but a Clayface movie would be cool. A Joker movie, which basically would be Terrifier, because Joker would be that crazy like Art the Clown. So mainly Batman villains. You ain't ready for a lore-accurate Ninjago movie. Yo, I might convert to a Ninjago fan. There's obviously something in the water, and I got to sip that Kool-Aid. Hi, Chris. I'm recently recovering from a huge breakup. Oh, I'm sorry, my friend. And watching your videos has been helping me so much. Thank you for everything. If there's one thing I'll tell you, I have gone through terrible breakups where dude, I can't even tell you. Your boy thought, which is the stupidest thing to think. And if you're young right now and in love, I'm just giving you some advice right now. Your boy thought he was going to be one of those people that was going to marry his high school sweetheart. I was in love with a lady that I was with since I was in my junior year. And I thought we were going to travel the world together. I thought we were going to change things. I thought she would be the one. And we moved in together after high school. Took 2 months. 2 months for us to be sick of each other, not want to be near each other. When you live with a person, man, everything changes, all right? That's my advice I'm giving you. When you live with someone, I know if you're really religious, you're like, I got to marry you before I live with you. Nah, my advice is live with them first, then see if you want to marry them. Because once you live with them, then you know who they are. And I'm not putting all the blame on her. Your boy wasn't great either, but it was definitely a bad situation. And we're like, we just can't do this. Goodbye. And your boy was hurting. I was like 4 or 5 months just crying, sad, listening to music, going to the movies alone. And then one day I woke up and I was like, doesn't hurt anymore. I am changed. I'm a new man. And there is always something better waiting for you on the other side. So that's my advice I give you right there. Little extra 3C lore for you. I know it sucks now. You're probably in pain. You're hurt. But trust me, one day you're going to look back and laugh and be like, dude, I can't believe I was crying over that. That's how you'll feel one day. Been watching since Child's Play remake. I'm a huge fan. I wanted to ask about last year when you mentioned not doing a promotion for the FNAF movie. Oh yeah, it was mainly because it was the Hollywood strike, and it was just not a good idea to be doing promotions with the studio, helping them promote a movie. But there was an opportunity where I didn't know what I was going to do, but there was a chance for me to do something for the FNAF movie. It could have been as simple as like getting a little goodie box and being like, look, guys, or I would have loved to have like maybe interviewed them or something, but I don't know what it was. I'd still love to do it, but since I said no to them, I don't know if they'll like listen to me now. They're like, no, you said no to us. Why would we listen to you now? So yeah. Will Sonic 3 be the dark? I still think it will be the darker of the series. It sucks it's not going to be PG-13, but I think it being PG, it's going to be it's still going to have the comedic moments. Like I think we'll still get like a scene where what was the scene for the first movie? I know it's the wedding scene for the second movie where it was like really goofy and out of nowhere and you had the freaking cousin coming in tackling Donut Lord and whatnot. There was like a slightly similar scene like that for the first movie where it just got a little weird and wacky. But I think it'll slightly be darker. I mean, the death of Maria, the Maria storyline itself is going to be dark. I got like 30 trick-or-treaters last night, dude. I would have loved to have seen 30 trick-or-treaters. I love seeing trick-or-treaters. It's just kids in costumes, and I like trying to figure out what kids like. Like, it's like, oh, the Spider-Man, Batman. I'd like even to get a meme kid. I saw on TikTok there's some kids dressed as Queso, and I'm like, dude, one day there's gonna be someone dressed as 3C holding a Denussi going, I'm 3C. We need to take away his YouTube. Take away his YouTube. Out of these horror video games, which one should get the LA treatment? Amanda the Adventurer, DBD, Doki Doki, Literature Club, Yandere Sim. JJ Simmons, I'm afraid you just you spent a $5 super chat and you just spoke a different language to me, my friend. I unfortunately do not know most of these horror games. I think Dead by Daylight is the only one I know, if that's the abbreviation you're using. So I'm going to say Dead by Daylight, but I'm sorry. Your boy's more knowledge in the movies than the video games. Please don't get mad at me. Okay. Are you going to watch Doom Prophecy? If I'm going to be honest with you, no, probably not. I like Dune a lot, many for Denny Villeneuve's vision. But Doom Prophecy, maybe it's an Agatha situation. Maybe I'll absolutely love it. I'm going to wait to see what other people say if it's worth watching. But right now, no. I don't think I will watch Doom Prophecy. It just doesn't look like something I'd be that into. Winnie the Pooh 2, Bloody 2 Honey. That's a good title. Have you heard of the horror movie YouTube channel? Oh, do Dr. Wolfula. I do. I am so curious how that channel works. I don't know how he gets perfect sound quality out of wearing that mask. That has always puzzled me with Dr. Wolfula. I also saw Terrifier 3, and I literally felt the pain from that shot of the chainsaw. Yeah, that chainsaw bathroom sequence is crazy. But no, I'm an enjoyer of Dr. Wolfula. I like his movie reviews, and when he did Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 review, he mentioned me by name, and I was like, oh, Wolfula knows who I am. Yeah, I respect his content. I think he makes good stuff. Bigger nightmare fuel, the Beetlejuice snake or the Beetlejuice baby? The Beetlejuice baby. The snake is cool. The baby? Burn that baby is what I say. Hey, Chris, you see that Ridley Scott is developing a new Alien movie separate from the Romulus sequel, Last Prometheus trilogy. So I saw that, and man, I think we got to cool our expectations. So if you don't know what he's talking about, there was an article or a tweet that came out. Let me just go back to it from Discussing Films yesterday that had me super excited, where it said that Ridley Scott is going to be developing a new Alien movie. Here it is. Ridley Scott says he's developing a new Alien film. And I was like, dude, whoa, they're kicking up the Alien franchise. We're going to get a sequel to Romulus, and Ridley Scott's going to make a new movie? Please let it be the finale to the David storyline. I want that so bad. But when you actually read the article, which is what I should have done before tweeting, you'll notice it's implying that it is the Alien Romulus sequel. Like he's producing that movie for it because he's a producer on Alien Romulus, so he's now producing the sequel, Alien Romulus 2 or whatever that's going to be called. So it doesn't look like we are getting another Alien movie that's going to be Ridley Scott made. It's just it's the Alien Romulus sequel. The people just were confused by the wording in the article, which sucks because I really wanted that finale to David, but maybe they could do that in the Ridley Scott movie. I mean, in the Alien Romulus sequel. Update on Wolverine game. Just came out that creative director Brian Horton has left Insomniac Games. So Marcus Smith and Mike Daly, who did Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, are now taking over. Ooh. I wonder what is the reason for that. I wonder if any of that is the backlash from the leaked stuff. I'm curious about the Wolverine game. I gotta tell you, man, and maybe this is just going to sound kind of dickish. I won't show too much, but if you guys don't know, the Wolverine game by Insomniac, I was kind of super excited when they announced it. And then when the leaked material came out, not talking about the way it looks, because I know it'll be polished, but looking at the mechanics and the look of the game, it very much feels like a Spider-Man game, but with Wolverine. Like he's crawling on walls, he's swinging, he's traversing. I'm like, this feels like a reskinned Spider-Man game, but Wolverine. I thought maybe it would be a little bit more unique or of its own flavor. And maybe that criticism got to them and they're like, oh, people do not want the Wolverine game to feel like a Spider-Man game. You know, I see Wolverine a certain way, and although I can clearly know he has the ability to climb on walls with his claws, it feels a little weird to see him being that's the main way he's traversing through the city and whatnot. I guess I was hoping for more like of a God of War style kind of game with Wolverine, more linear, not much open worldness to it. But yeah, again, that's me complaining over some leak footage, which I shouldn't do either way. I'm very excited for the X-Men game that they're supposedly making. That's going to be awesome. But I like Ratchet and Clank a lot, and Rift Apart was a really fun game. So wonder how that'll go. Wonder how that'll go. Will admit the credit song for Venom 3 was a bang. It was a pretty good song, and it needed to be because those credits were long while I was waiting for that after credit scene, man. Hey, no one is talking about this. When they announced Doctor Doom, when RDJ took off the mask, did you notice he puts on Iron Man's sunglasses? Yeah, nobody has talked about that. It could have just been a little cheeky thing because it's like, oh, I'm in Comic-Con, I was Iron Man, let me put these on now while we talk because you know the reference, da-da-da. Or it could mean something. I feel like they've made it clear their Doctor Doom is not a Tony Stark variant. It is going to be Doctor Doom, and we'll see how it goes. I see the positives, I see the negatives with it. I'm waiting for the execution. I'm leaning more towards the positive side because I do think there's some cool storytelling they could do, but we'll see how they handle it. We'll see how they handle it. I'm so excited to see live action Ninjago movie. It's my favorite show. Each series has been peaked to see the original writers of the show are involved. I hope they give all the ninjas, all the characters, an arc. Man, I'm happy for you. I need to figure out what's the. Maybe I'll watch a video. If somebody can point me to like a good YouTuber who talks about Ninjago and summarize it, I'll give it a shot because there must be something to this Ninjago stuff I'm not seeing. Live action City Undercover Lego or Chase Powers Legos based on a video game and an old direct to DVD movie. Oh, Undercover Lego. I've never heard of this. Let me pull this up. Let's see. Undercover Lego. Oh, okay. That would actually be kind of cool. Using some of like their IPs and stuff. I would love a police Lego movie. That would actually be kind of cool. Then what was the other one? Chase Powers Lego? Chase Powers Lego. I don't know this. It's giving me the Mummy vibes, which maybe that's cool. All right. So it looks like there's something they can pull from. I'm going to go with the cop one because I just want to see a cop. Burt Macklin, city officer. Okay, let's move on. You should definitely watch the first season of Ninjago. It's the best Lego show of all. Also, there is no continuity between the show and the movie. Oh, okay, that's good to know. So I could jump straight into the movie, and maybe I will. Maybe ninjas are just one of those things that kids love. I remember loving the Jackie Chan show, which I think had like ninja vibes. Jackie Chan. Let's see, Jackie Chan. You guys remember the Jackie Chan cartoon? I thought that thing was cool. What the heck? Jackie Chase. Who is Jackie Chase? Jackie Chan cartoon. I thought that was cool because they had the little medallions that gave them powers, and that was nice. And then there was a ninja show. I forget the name of it. Ninja cartoon that I was like obsessed with for a while. Oh, that's not it. Ninja Cartoon Network. What was the name of it? Some of you guys might know. Where is it? Where is it? It was a show. It also had medallions and powers to it. What was Shaolin Showdown? There you go. Thank you. Shaolin. That was my Lego Ninjago, man. That was my thing, dude. I watched that thing like crazy. I loved this show so much as a kid. I wanted to be part of that universe. I like it actually had a good storyline. Characters would fight. There was progression with them, and dude, it was a cool show, and there was power-ups. It was almost like a kiddish version of Dragon Ball Z in a way. I love this show. I never got to finish it. Maybe one day I'll go back. But dude, this show was cool. Samurai Jack is cool. Yes. Okay, maybe you're right. Samurai Jack was the real. But is that a ninja? Was he was a samurai, not a ninja, okay? They don't all look the same, buddy. You Samaist? Dude, when are we getting a Samurai Jack live action movie? The potential for this is awesome. A samurai from the past that travels to a future where it's ruled by a demon? Dude, this thing could be epic. If I ever make it in Hollywood, I'm pitching the Samurai Jack live action movie because this dun who on Jack Black dun 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 Aku. Yeah, I love this show. That too. But Shaolin Showdown was like my Ninjago. Okay. Lego King Kong, hairy cheeks and brick form. Got me bricked. Scratch that. This is a family channel. Hey Chris, were you born and raised in Mexico for part of your childhood? If so, where? ¿Qué pasó con tu español, compra Chris? We need more 3C lore. Man, unfortunately, because I'm not speaking Spanish every day like I used to when I lived with my parents, because all my life growing up, I'd speak Spanish with my parents. And once I moved out and I don't speak it every day, I am losing my little bit of my Spanish, unfortunately, but I quickly get it back once I start talking it. Anyways, I was in Mexico until I was 3 years old. I do have memories of going to preschool, getting dressed, the apartment or housing that we lived there, being picked up by the bus. I have like fragments of memories in Mexico, but most of my childhood memories are when I moved to America after being 3 years old, and yeah, that's what happened to my Espanol. It's just I am unfortunately becoming a little bit of a no sabo kid, but I can still read it and understand it perfectly. But I'm English is like my main language. So when I want to say something in Spanish, I am translating it from English to Spanish as opposed to like what my parents do, where they translate Spanish to English to talk. So does that, yeah. But one day we'll get to more 3C lore there. Ninjago been out since 2011. Zane is my favorite. The character has been done dirty for the longest, but hopefully this live action does him justice. There is now dirtiness done to characters in Ninjago. Where was I? In 2011, I was in high school. Or no, I wasn't. 2011, I was see, I was in 1995. So then if I go 10 years, that's 2005, I'm 10. Another 10, oh geez, I'm not doing the math right. How old was I in 2011 if I was born in 1995, guys? Someone do the math for me because I am being peer pressured right now on camera. 1995 to 2011 age. Age calculator. How old would I have been? I would have been 16. Thank you, guys. You guys are the best. This is why I'm a YouTuber, because I was not good at everything like that. Okay, so I was 16. That's when it came out. Yeah, that's at the age where I'm like, cartoons? What is this? I'm a Chad now. I gotta walk down the halls in Riz before Rizzing is a thing, trying to find the urinal pooper of my school. Tonight's the night. All right. Do you know where I can get the Regal Alien Popcorn Bucket? They might still be selling it on their website. You might want to check the Regal Popcorn Bucket website. Just look up Regal Alien Popcorn Bucket, and they might still be selling it. In fact, here, I'll do it for you right now, and we can find out if they're selling it. But yeah, that's probably one of the coolest popcorn buckets that they came out with. Oh, it is sold out. Okay, I am sorry, my friend. It is sold out. So you're unfortunately going to have to go secondhand. So eBay or Mercari. I want to see what these alien popcorn buckets are going for. And let's see, alien Romulus popcorn bucket. I just want to see what they're being sold for. Let me see. I got sold items. There we go. Sold items. Let's see what they're actually. Ooh, $80. You might be spending 70 if you get lucky. $30. Dude, even the tin can be selling for 85 bucks. 30 bucks. Someone is selling them cheap. I feel like this is a scam though, so be careful. You're gonna looking like have to spend at least someone else selling it for 30. Okay, maybe 30 again. All right, maybe you can get it for 30. If not, worst case scenario, you're looking to spend about 70 bucks. But yeah, buddy, there you go. There you go. All right. Hi, Chris. My birthday is tomorrow. I'm turning 20. Well, happy birthday. Just wanted to send in some support and tell you thank you. Your video streams have gotten me through some tough teen year times. Oh, man. Keep up the great work. Well, thank you. And I like your profile pic. You're a football player. Very tough. Very cool, Carson. Happy birthday, Carson. Enjoy it, my man. What solo movie deserves a sequel? Chronicle 2, in my opinion. Oh, yes. Chronicle 2 for sure deserves it. If I'm thinking back to movies that never got a sequel... What's one? Let me just look up. I need a list of these movies that should get a sequel. See what the list of okay, these are all just what movies need a sequel. Let's go through what Reddit says. Dread was good. Dune. What kind of answers are 2016's The Accountant? Has Reddit become brain rot? They're not better answers than this. I'm trying to look for a good answer. The chat will be better. Let me see what the chat is saying, because right now the internet is letting me down. The chat, let's see what you guys are saying. I'm going to the newer comments. Over the Hedge. No, my chat is filled with brain rot too. Ratatouille. 2019 Child's Play. Yes, just to see where they would have gone with that. To see where they would have done with that. Yes, I would have loved to have seen a sequel to that. Oh, Transformers 1. Unfortunately, it's going to end up probably being a one and done movie. So sad. Oh, man. The Mask did get a sequel. Okay. Son of the Mask. It is peak. Anyone who tells you it is not is lying to you. WALL-E 2. That's going to be my answer. I want a WALL-E sequel. Pixar, while you're making all these sequels, get to making WALL-E, because I want WALL-E dose. More WALL-E. All right. I wasn't crazy with the Bendy movie, but after knowing Andre is the director, now I'm interested, and gives me hope that if this movie is PG-13, he can still make it scary and unsettling. Oh yeah, it'll probably be PG-13. I didn't even think about that, but hey, Andre did a good job with scary movies, scary stories to tell. That white lady in that story, pretty creepy. Did you see the Spider-Man 4 synopsis leak? It's fake. It comes from Production Weekly, and even the scoopers who fake stuff are like, this isn't real, and I've seen other reliable people say it's not real. So I'm not gonna give it a lot of how do I say it? Traction, because I don't think it is real. It's one of those things where Production Weekly, they're sometimes accurate on when a project will start filming, but when it comes to the details on there, they're hit and miss. Especially with comic book movies. They may sound fan fiction-ish, but hear me out. Imagine if Sonic.exe is a villain in a future Sonic movie. Who would I cast as the voice? Tobin Bell? I don't think we're ever getting Sonic.exe. I that's also a thing past my time. That's what like the 9-10-year-olds know about, and I don't. Any news on the Friday the 13th TV series? No, man. When are they going to get some casting, some dates? I see people campaigning of like, bring back Brian Fuller, give him his vision. I don't know, man. I still want, it's still going to happen, but it's been silent. Maybe on the next Friday the 13th, whenever that comes up. Hey, Chris, will WB make a season 2 for Penguin? I don't think they'll make a season 2. I think Penguin is going to be one and done, which is fine with me. But I don't think we're done with shows in the Batman universe. I think they're still going to figure out some sort of Arkham or police show. We're going to get some sort of, I don't know. They were talks about a Clayface solo show, which would be cool. Maybe Joker gets his show. I don't know. But definitely getting more shows in the Batman universe. I don't think Penguin season 2. Let's see here. Honestly, Chris, I'm excited for Marvel. Stacked year in 2025. Captain America 4, Daredevil, Thunderbolts looks great. Excited for Fantastic Four, Marvel Zombies 2, especially with Blade being Moon Knight in it. What do you think? I don't know if Blade will be in Moon Knight or if we're getting anything Moon Knight or if Blade even comes out next year. But yes, next year, 2025 is packed. I think someone put it in a list. With the Disney Plus shows and the movies, there is literally Marvel content every month. Which also makes you go, what happened to quality over quantity? We still got a lot of quantity going. Maybe it's all quality, though. We'll find out. There's a lot I'm excited for. I think next year, comic book movie-wise or comic book content-wise, going to be a real great year compared to this year. Because the only things I really loved is like Penguin and Deadpool and Wolverine. Everything else has been either terrible or just okay, like Agatha. Hey, Chris, your ranking of the MonsterVerse films. Oh, that's random. My ranking, favorite movie so far, Kong Skull Island, number 1. Then I'd probably go the first Godzilla and Kong. Then I'd go the second Godzilla and Kong movie, because I thought that was fun. Then Godzilla 1 and 2. I'm not a big fan of I just don't think they're that exciting. There should be more they could do. I get it if you love it, though. But Kong Skull Island will remain number 1. Do you remember the Pred Alien hospital scene? Sick. Oh, yeah. That was a pretty cool scene. I can't wait to see what they do with Predator and Alien now that they're possibly building up to that. I would like more of a hybrid Alien. That'd be kind of cool. Carlos sends in some support. Well, thank you, Carlos. Thank you. Chris, love the Halloween movies video. Strange Darling is number 2 behind Abigail for me of the year. Been really enjoying your letterbox list so far. Any updates? Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm doing. After the stream, I'm going to have my pizza, and I'm going to start updating all my letterbox because I have not updated it since Speak No Evil, and I just posted that Halloween video, which thank you guys if you saw it, where I reviewed over 20 different horror movies I saw. And most of those movies I need to add to Letterboxd and add to my ranking. So yes, I need to do that. Thank you for reminding me. And Strange Darling was great. I agree. If you weren't too busy, effing popcorn buckets was crazy. Love the channel. I listened to you while operating forklifts. You make my workday go by fast. Oh, thanks, man. And be safe working them forklifts. I respect you being forklift certified. Yeah, I need to cool it down with the popcorn bucket and the heinous jokes. I need to be more respected and loved. So that you guys take me seriously and be like, oh, of course he didn't like Venom 3. This guy bangs popcorn buckets. I make love to them. I marry them now. Hull of a Boss just released a new episode, and it has John Waters as the villain. Whoa. That is something. And I'm glad you informed me of it. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. What's up? Just watched your horror video. Did you ever watch the Mousetrap movie on Peacock? No. And you know why I didn't? Because of Dead Frickin' Meat. The minute I saw Dead Meat was making their Mousetrap video, I said, I fold. I put my cards down. You win. It just would not have been smart content wise. And I'm being joking. I love Dead Meat, and I'd love to be able to collab with them someday. But when Dead Meat makes a video, and if I post a video around the same time, my video dies. Okay, that's just the way it works. It used to be also when like Chris Stuckman and Jeremy Johns would make a movie review before me, I would have a little less enthusiasm post that movie review because they're going to eat up all the views and my video is going to tank. So the compromise I made for myself is I still want to see the movie and review it on the channel, but now I'm going to wait in January when they come out with the other Mickey Mouse movie, the one that's being made from the same people who made the Grinch horror movie, the Mickey Mouse movie where they're on the boat, and I'll just review both those movies in one video. That way to do it. So there was that. James A. Janisto, he got me. He made me Dead Meat. All love and respect, though. And it's the one Dead Meat video I can't watch yet because I have to see the movie. I don't want it to be spoiled yet. Any news on Zootopia 2? Or if it's even... Oh, yeah, Zootopia 2 is happening. It got announced. They got footage, the trailer. The villains of the movies are snakes, reptiles. That's what they're going with, which I think is interesting. They said that reptiles have like a dark history in the Zootopia universe, so I can't wait to figure out what that is. And, yo, Zootopia was one of those movies I really liked. The premise was cool. I can't wait to dive back into that world. Judy Hopps. Judy Hopps. Got me hopping. So, yeah. It is happening. It's coming. Moving on. In your opinion, Texas Chainsaw 2013. Oh, dude. Oh, wait. 2013. Sorry, I thought you meant 2003. Which one was the 2013 Texas Chainsaw? Let me pop it up. Texas Chainsaw 2013. Which one was that one? Is that the 3? Oh, I'm going the Netflix one. I'm going with the new one. I was not a big fan of this one. I remember watching that in theaters and being so disappointed with this one. Get them, cuz. I'm going, both of them are not great. But if I have to watch one of them, I'm watching the Netflix one, the most recent one, because that Leatherface I think is badass, and I think the kills are cool. I don't think this one, the 2013 one, was. Now, if you said the 2003 one, that is the superior one out of all of them, possibly rivaling the original. Opinion on Farquaad maybe coming back to Shrek 5. Yeah, I saw the voice actor who voices Lord Farquaad in the Shrek movies was like, I'd love to come back. And people were like, he was a ghost in that Universal ride. They could bring him back. I'd love if they bring Lord Farquaad back in the Shrek movie. But I'm also down for a new villain. You know, go back to like what Puss in Boots did, The Last Wish, where they had like fairy tale creatures again, making fun of them. That's what was awesome. You know, maybe go someone a little bit more popular. Doesn't have to be Rumpelstiltskin. I love the fan theories that now that it's public domain, Mickey Mouse, Steamboat Willie could possibly be a villain or a character in the Shrek movies. Do that. But if they bring back Farquaad, I'd be happy with it, but I don't think it'll happen. Lord Farquaad. Big hugs from Brazil. Oh, I love Brazil. There's a lot of things to love about Brazil. You guys are cool. I love Portuguese. Boa noite. Boa noite. I think that means good night. Took me time and watched Nightmare on Elm Street movies for the first time this year. Ooh, and here are my thoughts. 1 and 3 are the best. 2 is meh. 4 is cool. That is it so far. I like them a lot. Dude, I know a lot of franchises say this, whether it's Child's Play, Scream. Maybe Scream is actually right. Or I think those are the only ones. Or maybe the Evil Dead movies. But they'll always say it's the most consistent franchise. In my honest opinion, Nightmare on Elm Street is the most consistently good franchise. I think the only bad Nightmare on Elm Street is Freddy's Dead, which is like the, fifth movie? That's the only one that is actually a bad movie. I really like 2. I get why some people don't. But I think it's actually a pretty unsettling movie. 3 is my favorite. A lot of people like 4. I'm a big fan of 5. I think 5 is really cool. The Dream Child. I know some people don't like that one, but I like Dream Child a lot. And then New Nightmare. Nightmare on Elm Street is one of my favorite franchises of all time. I cannot wait till we get a new movie, a remake, so I can review all those movies individually. That's one of those franchises where I would do it individually, not just all together in one video because it's easier for me. I would review each movie individually and treat it with loving care because I love that franchise. But I'm jealous that you got to experience it for the first time, my friend. I'm excited for the Pinocchio movie. It's great, as the Disney movie is very scary. I still need to see. LOL. However, this is going to be absolutely scary. I think it might be. We'll see though. We shall see. I hope so. A basic breakdown of Ninjago. Okay, good. Let me get my notepad out. This is where I write my notes. Pin. All right. 3 TV shows spanning over 14 years. Is this going to be on a quiz? Okay. Masters of Spinjitzu. Oh, Ninjago and Dragons Rising. The lore. I wrote it down in my diary of Mario. Only Mario and Peach know my deepest, darkest secrets. And I will not share them with you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Lots of P. Lies of P is a horror Pinocchio game. Look up pics. Oh, okay. Lies of P. I got some lies for my P. You know what I'm saying? Lies of P. Okay. Oh, this looks interesting. Okay. Is this supposed to be Pinocchio? This is a horror game? It looks like a fantasy game. Looks pretty sick, though. When did this came out? Does his nose grow? That's a pretty nice nose for a Pinocchio. Okay. Never heard of it. Interesting. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. What if a Scream movie had other Friends actors from the movie Friends? Who would I like to see from the Friends cast? Paul Rudd was in a Friends episode. I would like to see Paul Rudd in a Scream movie. Jennifer Aniston, I think, is built. I don't think Jennifer Aniston has ever been in a Scream movie. I'd love to see her in there. Honestly, it's only Jennifer Aniston I think I would really love to see. But yeah, there could be something. Hi, Chris. What do you think about Dragon Ball Daima so far? Also, Dragon Ball 3C lore? Favorite arc or memory? Oh, so many memories. My favorite memory of Dragon Ball is whenever I got my first laptop. When I was like, I don't know, 11. I got my laptop. My dad gave it to me. And the first summer I had with it, I learned how to pirate. And I pirated seasons of Dragon Ball. And I'm not kidding you, I would wake up 8 a.m. summer morning. Because fortunately, parents worked, didn't have a lot of money to go out, whether to vacation or do a lot of stuff. So most of my summers in the early ages were just at home, entertaining myself, playing the PlayStation, doing other things, which is probably why I got the laptop that summer, just so I could be doing something. Anyways, I learned to pirate. I got on LimeWire. I downloaded seasons of Dragon Ball, and I was just binging them, just eating my ramen, my cereal, my Hot Pockets. Oh, this Bulma, she look interesting. One of my favorite things, and that's it. Like I literally one summer went from Dragon Ball to then Dragon Ball Z. Didn't bother with GT because I just don't like GT. No offense, I gave it a shot. I did not like GT. But anyways, I have not watched Dragon Ball Daima, but there is a reason for that. Me and my brother were big fans of Dragon Ball. My brother's staying here at the house for a bit, and he's also a big Dragon Ball fan. And I saw that they're going to be playing the first 3 episodes of Dragon Ball Daima in English dub in theaters. So we made ourselves not watch or see anything about Dragon Ball Daima. So on, I think it's November 10th or the 9th, we can go to the theater and watch the first 3 episodes like that. So that's why I've been holding off, but I am very excited. I've heard good things about Daima. I've seen people like it. The animation's cool. The new lore is interesting and it makes you wonder about other things in the world. So I am excited to see Daima, but I'm gonna check it out in theaters because yeah, it's gonna be playing I think November 10th through Fathom Events. And come on, some popcorn, my pizza, my Coke Zero, watching Dragon Ball. I'm excited. Okay. Don Mancini made a post about Chucky continuity. Yeah, he basically confirmed that when Chucky comes back, which is in the new movie, since the Chucky TV show got canceled, he said you'll still get your continuity. So all the characters you love, all the things you love will still be part of it. And that's for better or worse. There are things I love about the Chucky continuity, but I am also like, this continuity is getting a little too convoluted, a little too crammed, a little too messy. Part of me would like to start with a clean slate, but I do got to respect the fact that Chucky's one of the only serial killers that has not fully rebooted, changed timelines, retcon things, even the bad stuff people hate, they've found a way to work. So I got to respect it a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. I think the fourth Sonic movie will be a loose adaptation of Sonic CD and will be the debut of Amy and Metal Sonic. I'm still hoping Metal Sonic is like the secret character of Sonic Movie 3, but we shall see. We shall see. We still don't know. What do you want to see from the MCU X-Men trilogy? Cyclops to be a leader, to also get really cool scenes where Cyclops is using his powers just like in X-Men 97. Variety of mutants, colorful costumes. A little less focus on Wolverine. You can have him in there, but not so much. But that's really it. I'm excited for the MCU X-Men. We'll see when they come, but I'm excited to see what they do. How are you? Well, I'm good, DP69. How are you? I hope you're well. Appreciate you, my friend. Would you rather bring Eren Yeager to the real world or Frieza? Dude, if you bring Frieza to the real world, it's over. Ah, monkey. Dance for us. Frieza would be canceled, but in my opinion, Frieza's a girl, okay? I don't know. I know Frieza's technically a guy and a dude. Frieza's always been a girl to me. If I ever got the chance to make Dragon Ball live action, I'm turning Frieza a girl. Because come on, that voice, the mannerisms, Frieza a dude. I mean, a girl. But anyways, I'm bringing Eren Yeager. Okay. Do you know about the past Spider-Verse rumors? What specifically? Like the past Spider-Verse? Not sure what you're alluding to. I'm excited to see. We're in the dark. Like, I just want to know the release date of Beyond the Spider-Verse, man. Like, when are we actually getting this movie? Because it feels like not to the year 2027 or 28. Just like really far away, man. Is the Ronin? Oh, yes. The Ronin movie is still happening. I think they're just in the middle of writing the movie, getting that down. But I think before we know it, we're going to hear like a casting announcement and all that, dude. I still can't believe Nickelodeon greenlit a rated R Ninja Turtle movie. Nickelodeon, I know you've done some shady stuff in the past, but I am so happy this is a thing. I wake up sometimes when I'm sad and depressed and I go, rated R Ninja Turtle movie. That's actually happening. It's still a thing. A reason to live. That's how I feel with that news. So it's happening. We just got to wait. What's your ideal lineup for the MCU X-Men movie? Cyclops, Iceman, Rogue, Storm. I'm trying to think. I do want Beast in there. I'm trying to think of some other cool powers that could like lend well. I don't know if would you even count Xavier as part of the team? He's just always hanging out in the house in his chair, wheels. Jean, of course. I want Jean, but the only reason I don't want Jean is just because we always have to allude to her hidden power. That's like, oh, can she control it? I would like Jean to be there, but you never make her a problem. Just let her actually be able to control and use her powers. Don't make Jean a problem. That's what I would always hope for. Oh, Nightcrawler, Gambit, yes. Oh, you know how long I've been waiting for this? That is a good lineup. But there's just so many characters. But for sure, Iceman and Cyclops is like my biggest ones because those are my two favorite. Never Let Go was not in the video. Oh my goodness, I forgot about Never Let Go. I will say, that's the one. I knew I was forgetting something. I had that list of movies, and I'm like, there's got to be a movie I'm forgetting. Now, just keep going. Never Let Go was one I forgot. That's the Halle Berry movie. I liked it. I thought I was not going to love it. I will say I liked it more when it was playing into the psychological aspect, and it was kind of like these kids being manipulated by the mom who thought this was real, and really she was sick in the head. When it leaned in the end to the supernatural, it lost me. So I was not a fan of the ending, but solid movie. To me, 7.5, and it surprised me with what they did to Halle Berry. I wasn't expecting that. So it was a good movie. It was a good movie, though. Sorry. Hey, Chris, which Godzilla design did you like, and which design terrified you? The -1 one. Shin Godzilla was pretty terrifying, but -1 a lot. The Godzilla design I like the most, Dude, it'd be a cop out to again say -1. So to be different, I liked Godzilla when he was blue in the King of Monsters movie. I like that design. I don't hate that Godzilla. He's a little chunky, but I like me a chunky boy. Do you think Mr. Crockett could get bigger than it is right now? I would love it if it gets bigger. I'm glad when I was doing that, more of you also said um, that you also thought there was potential in Mr. Crockett. Just make the movie more about him. Make like a couple different stories of him going after bad parents. Focus on the kills. Make it more fun. Don't take it that seriously. I think that Mr. Crockett has real potential to be a fun horror movie. I kind of hope they make another one. Lego could be Lego Undercover, VG, or Clutch Power. Yeah, I looked them up. I'm going with your Lego Undercover one. I think that's a good idea. What about a Professor Pig? Dude, Professor Pig would be pretty scary. A pig horror movie, like a guy with a pig mask and that butcher's outfit. Yes, that costume alone would be awesome. Because I'm also sick of these hoodie and a random mask costumes. But a pig mask and the butcher's outfit, that'd be a good slasher. Any 3C lore about old jobs? Oh man, I don't. Okay, well, did I talk? I felt like I talked about this once. Your boy once worked at Sunglass Hut. Yes, yes, you heard that right. Your boy was an employee for Sunglass Hut. I was giving out them good sunglasses, boy. Some drawbacks to this job. One, you couldn't sit down. Oh my goodness, my feet and back would hurt at the end of the day standing up. And honestly, I feel like it's hard to sell $100 of glasses. Like they really try to make you hit this like goal of like you must sell $500 worth today, and I'm like, that's like 3 pairs of glasses. And each one's 150, 250, and but no, people are actually spending that much money on sunglasses. I was surprised. Okay, the lore though came in. I was working in a dead mall. It was the Collin Creek Mall, if anybody knows that mall. I was working in that mall. And when you're working a dead end mall, the mall that's dying and there's very little stores, you're gonna get a lot of thieving, a lot of problems, a lot of people coming in to steal, and it was becoming a problem. And they told us, look out for people who steal. There's people who come in and go like buy $10 glasses at these cheap stores. They come in, they try on glasses, and then they switch them out for the cheap ones, and then they take the $100 glasses. And so they're like, be very alert when people are trying out glasses, when they're looking at them, watch them. And so I was trying to do that. I was trying to make sure because they get onto you. They're like, "Duh, if you get enough glasses stolen on your shift, it's gonna come out of your pay." And I'm like, I don't want no $100 glasses coming out of my pay. So there was one time, I'm there, guy walks in, and he just seems chill. Just seems like a cool dude. And he's just looking at glasses, all that. And I'm like, okay, I'm just let him be. I was never an aggressive seller. I hate when I go into a store and someone's immediately, oh, how can I help you? What are we looking for today? You shopping for anything interesting? Step back, Frederick. Let me do my shopping. If I need your assistance, I'll holla at you. Till then, turn around, Frederick. So I was always like, hey, welcome in. Let me know if you need anything. That was always my line. I was never, hey, what you looking for? What kind of glasses you like? You want polarized? We got glasses with cameras in them. Take them into the bathroom and do whatever you like. No, I was never that kind of guy. So I was like, yeah, let me know if you need help. And I just let him be. And yeah, he's all that and all good. And he finishes looking at glasses. He didn't want to buy anything. 10 minutes go by. 10 minutes go by. And I'm walking by and I'm just like cleaning glasses. I noticed the ones he was grabbing, and you always want to clean them because they get smudges and fingerprints on them. So, and it was always fun to spray and clean the glasses for me. That was a satisfying part of the job. And I go there and I'm like, pick up these glasses. And I'm like, we don't sell these glasses. These are not from us. They were like, you feel them right away. Once you feel expensive glasses, when you hold a cheap pair of plastic ones, you know immediately. And I was like, these are not our glasses. Oh my God. So I quickly went to the back room where we have the camera, and I went back to when he was in the store, and I saw it through the camera. He switched the glasses, and I was like, this mother, oh my God. And I'm like, I think I was only a week into the job, and I was like, I don't want to get yelled at. I don't want to get written up. I just got this job. Come on. So your boy sprung into action. Your boy felt like Batman. I close the store down, which you're not supposed to do. It's the middle of the day at the mall. It's like a Wednesday. It wasn't a Saturday or anything like that. I wouldn't have done it if it was Saturday. But it was like a Wednesday. There's no one at the mall. This is a dead mall anyways. I put down the little gate. I close the store. I put up a sign saying back in 20. And I'm like, it's only been 10 minutes. This guy, no way he's left the mall. It's a small mall. I bet if I walk around, I can find him. And sure enough, I'm walking around and I see the guy in Champs. And I'm like, okay, well, I got to play this right. And so I see a mall security guard and I see the guy who works at Champs. And I'm trying to figure out a way to lock him in because I know as soon as he sees my face, he's going to know I'm looking for him and he's going to bolt. And well, before I could get to the mall cop or the guy at Champs, he sees me and the dude starts running. And out of instinct, I follow. And so I run through Champs and he's running through Macy's and I'm bolting and I don't know what to do. This guy was very fast. I was not very fast. So I decide in the middle of that to call 911 like a Karen, which I'm taking my job way too seriously at this point. Call 911. And I remember he got into his car, got out and drove away. It was like a movie. You could hear the tires go. And as soon as 911 answered, I'm just reading the license plate. FGR187. And these up, dude. I'm seeing it in the chat already. Bro's a Karen. Bro's a Karen. And I got to the license plate and all that kind of stuff. And since I called 911, a cop has to show up. And I was like, I don't think I needed to call it. I was just in the heat of the moment wanting to catch the guy. After all that, the whole reason I went after the guy trying to catch him and get those glasses back is because I didn't want to get yelled at. Guess what happened after I did all that? I got yelled at. Funny story if you work retail, especially at a mall. Your employees, your company, your bosses, your managers, they never want you to chase a thief. They never do. Like that's actually a real thing. If you work retail, they tell you if someone steals or runs out of the store with stuff, don't follow them. Don't try to stop them. Don't chase them. It just happens. We have insurance for that. Because the reason they tell you not to go after them or try to stop them is because if you get hurt or worse, you hurt the thief, they could sue you. They sue the company. They cost them way more money in the long run, thousands of dollars as opposed to a couple $100 glasses. So I got written up anyways. Didn't last long in that job after that. They're like, this guy thinks he's Batman. We got to get rid of him. So there we go. That was my little 3C lore. That was actually a good little story. I completely forgot about that. But that was a real thing that happened. And dude, I felt so stupid when that cop came. When that cop showed up with like, all right, so what's the emergency? So some guy stole glasses and I chased him through a Macy's. Do you need DNA samples? I can give you some. So yeah, that was me trying to be Batman. It did not work out well for me. All right. Hey, Chris, the last time I donated, I was unemployed, but now I found a good job. I do have a 3C lore question. Oh, okay. Well, I'll wait to catch up to that. Let's see here. It says, what lessons or mistakes have you learned from past partners that you try not to do or repeat with your current GIF? Oh, I'm trying to think. What was like some of my mistakes? I was really finicky about like the way they experience movies. That's gonna be one of the worst parts about me. But early on dating, there would be people I date who would be bored during a movie, pull out their phone during a movie in a theater, would fall asleep during a movie, would look, dude, I'm the worst person to Netflix and chill. Because if I'm Netflix and chilling with you and I want to show you a movie I actually like and you're trying to touch my ding-a-ling, you just pissed me off. I learned some people just aren't going to be into movies as I am. Like, I think it's ridiculous to try and think and find a partner that's going to love movies as passionately and crazy and obsessive as I do. So with the current partner I am now, early on in our dating, she would fall asleep at the movies, and I'd be like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work out. I don't think I could be with a person like that. Falls asleep during a movie. Pfft. But over time, If they love you, if they like you enough, they grow to like your interest and vice versa. There's things I wasn't into that she was into. So to me is be open to their interest because they're eventually going to be open to yours. Work through it. Compromise. Definitely compromise. Don't try to be the one that wins. Don't try to be the one that tries to outdo them and be stubborn. So I don't know. That's my advice. I don't know if that's helpful or not, but that's something I learned, man. I used to be very picky, man. If I showed you Back to the Future and you fell asleep, you're dead to me. You're dead. And I'm not kidding. There was one time I was with someone, a little hot date. I was trying to show her Ex Machina. Halfway into the movie, I guess she was bored and went for a little smoochy smooch. And I was like, the movie's on. What are you doing? I was that kind of guy. Moving on. All right. What about a professor? Oh, yeah, we just did that. We did the job ones. Let's see here. Thanks for your hard work with watching 20 horror movies for reviewing them in a video. Your videos have helped me a lot. I lost my grandma. Oh, I apologize. This year. Granddad. Sorry. Granddad. And this year, and he was like the best friend to me. Your videos help. Oh, man. Well, I'm glad my videos could help you. Sorry about your loss, Elliot. Spider-Man 4 news on the movie web. Okay. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me on the movie web. I'll check it out. What do we got? I don't see nothing. Spider-Man 4. Spider-Man 4. Is there anything good, guys? I don't see nothing. I don't see. The timeline would be going crazy with the way I have it set up. We would see something. No, unless you're talking about the production weekly thing that isn't real, unfortunately. There's no news. There's no news. But thank you, my friend. Thank you, though. Ready for Chapter 2, Remix Snoop and Eminem. Is that they're gonna do that? Is that a thing? I'd be down for that. You missed some super chats. Where? What's the super chat I missed? I don't see them. I'll check my viewer activity. I like Christmas tree in the set. That's good. That's good. I don't see any that I missed. If I miss one, you let me know. You let me know. You put your username in the regular chat, and I'll know. Okay. Let's keep going. It says here. Mike's TV room sends in some support. Thank you, Mike. Oh, and you got the Robert Pattinson Batman mask on. Looking good. There's going to be an Outlast live action movie. Yeah, I saw that announcement. It definitely would have been something I talked about, but it's, it's just one of those things where unfortunately I'm not knowledgeable in. I do know it's like one of the early horror video games that like changed the landscape and did a lot of things that horror video games do now. So maybe it's something I need to check out. I know a lot of people are into it, but yeah, it's being turned into a movie. Apparently there's some cool lore. I got to dig into it. I don't know much about it, so I don't know. But hey, a horror movie? I'm be into it. Margaret Qualley or Sydney Sweeney? Dude, I would have said Sydney Sweeney, but after Margaret's scenes in The Substance and the way she looked in that pink outfit, I'd fall to my knees, man. I'd fall to my knees. Hey, Chris, look up the Comcast Rabbit commercial. I thought this was a thing that came out of the TV and killed me as a kid. Remember that one? Okay, we'll quickly look at it here. I don't know if I'll play the whole thing, but Rabbit Comcast commercial. Rabbit Comcast commercial. What the heck? Oh, was it the super fast internet? Oh, looks like a kangaroo. Whoa. That's pretty crazy. They don't make commercials like they used to. Oh, you guys can't even see it. I just did all that for nothing. That honestly looks more like a kangaroo than a rabbit. Looks like a little coyote or something. Cool commercial. Mike's TV room sends in some more support. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. All right. Takashi Yamazaki is making. Oh yeah, we just talked about that earlier in the stream. Very excited. I can't wait. I'm thinking it's a sequel to -1. Why wouldn't it be, right? But we'll find out. Mike's TV room, more support. Mike, you really are Bruce Wayne with these supports. Thank you. Thoughts on One Piece live action season 2, casting Joe Manganiello. Oh, is Joe Manganiello being in the show? Who's he playing? Like I even know or know. But Joe Manganiello is cool. Good for him. Transformers movies are PG-13. Why can't Sonic, man? I know, I do wonder that. I do wonder why the Sonic movies can't. Maybe there's something to it. But the Transformers movies were making $1 billion being PG-13 and making robots piss and have balls. That's the kind of stuff we want in Sonic movies. Piss and balls. Do you forget the big balls in the Transformers Revenge of the Fallen? I haven't forgotten those big balls. Let's see here. Did you ever watch Lunatics Unleashed as a kid? And if so, what did you think? I felt it was a little ahead of its time. I was not a fan of it. I'm curious to like maybe give it a chance as an adult if it's the right show I'm thinking about. But it's like the Looney Tunes show where they're all from the future. I honestly hated that trope as a kid. The only show where that worked for me was Batman Beyond. Future Batman, but I wasn't crazy about the future Spider-Man animated show, whatever. It wasn't Miles Morales. It wasn't Miguel O'Hara. It was like Spider-Man Unlimited, I think it was called. And then there was Lunatics Unleashed, and there's other shows like that. I wasn't only Batman Beyond worked for me. So I tried watching this a couple times, but wasn't that crazy about it. I kind of just like my classic Looney Tunes, but maybe if I go back, I'll be like, oh, this was ahead of its time. Have you seen Daima, or will you wait for the dub? I'm not going to wait for the whole dub, but like I said, they are coming out with the first 3 episodes in theaters dubbed, and I am waiting to watch it for that with my brother, since we're both Dragon Ball fans. Ninjago! Search Ninjago Spinjitzu. It better not be something nasty. Is this why y'all like Ninjago? Is it got some craziness to it? Oh, look at these tornadoes. I get it now. I get the hype. Scooby sends in $1.99. Appreciate that, Scooby. Thoughts on new Welcome to Derry update? I saw, again, I'm just waiting for an actual trailer because they are just feeding breadcrumbs with Welcome to Derry. If you don't know, they released like some new photos and things that we've already known about Welcome to Derry. So for one, here's the official logo. It'll be coming out in 2025, probably around the Halloween season, which freaking long enough, man. This show's been in development for so long. And here's the updates. It says it's set 27 years before the events of it, which we already knew. Andy Muschietti will direct 4 out of the 9 episodes. Okay, so the director of the first 2 chapters will be coming back. Bill Skarsgård is returning. Still don't know what he looks like as Pennywise or how much he'll have an involvement. And releases in 2099. Here's some more stills that kind of just give you a vibe of it. Like, again, I just want to see Pennywise. I want a trailer. And I want this thing to come out, man. I don't know why they're being so vague on the show. I hope it's good, though. I hope it's good. But it's like we've known about the show for so long, and they're just feeding us breadcrumbs. According to Wikipedia, Ninjago is described as an unusual evergreen Lego product range going back, to 1998 with Lego Ninja, having always been one of their top longest brands, saying, Parrot Analytics has found that the audience demand for Lego Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu TV is 4.9 times the demand of the average TV series in the United States. So yeah, it's what I figured. They just sell a lot of Ninjago toys, so it's like, hey, let's just give them what they want. Give us more 3C lore. Oh, man, I don't have much more of 3C lore. I just gave you a good one with the Sunglass Hut story. So I'm going to save some 3C lore for later, but I'm trying to think if there's anything. There isn't much right now. There isn't much 3C lore. Do you know any updates about Happy Gilmore 2 other than just the simple casting announcements of like not Brett Favre. Travis Kelce will be in the movie, and it's going on Netflix. I want it to be good, man, but I don't know how that thing's going to turn out. These Netflix Adam Sandler comedies, they hit and miss, man. They hit and miss. You going to Spirit? Oh, tomorrow? Yes, and I'm going to be looking for that Chucky box costume because I want it, man. I want it. I went today. It was only 25% off, and it was already kind of empty. I was like, dang. Did you hear there's a secret Looney Tunes project in the works? I did see that. I can't wait to find out what it is. But, you know, knowing Warner Brothers, they might shelve it and I'll never see it. We need a sequel to John Watts' Clown. I would love John Watts' Clowns to get a sequel. I want him to go back to horror. He started in the horror category. I would love John Watts to go back to horror. Bob Iger wants all that Marvel money before he retires again. Sorry for so many messages. Love your stuff as always. Oh, it's okay, man. I love the messages. You guys are awesome. Aside from Deadpool and Wolverine and X-Men 97, do you think this year was disappointing for superhero movies and shows? Yes, very disappointing year. Like, I forget X-Men 97. Yeah, X-Men 97, Deadpool, Wolverine, man, Penguin. Only things out of like the 7, 8 comic book properties. It's getting bad out there, y'all. It's getting bad. And we still have Kraven the Hunter to look forward to. I don't know how that's going to go. Zootopia 2, Judy 2 Hoppin'. There's an idea. Write it down. Love your videos, dude. You, Dead Meat, and Decker Shadow get me through tough times personally, and I always be grateful. Oh, thank you for that. That means a lot when you guys say that. I'm glad I could be a comfort YouTuber for some. Also, 3C, did you watch Uzumaki horror anime? It's good. No, I have not. So much I need to watch, man. I wish I could just pause time and see all this stuff. I could watch all of Ninjago. I want Kaylee Spaney as Rogue. Oh. That actually wouldn't be a bad choice. I wouldn't mind that. For the X-Men, yeah. Regarding Beyond the Spider-Verse, restarting production. Ooh. I haven't seen the rumors. I'm waiting for it, man. I think they're still working on it. I think they're like working hard on the animation. I think we'll know it's closer when the actors say they finally started recording some voice lines. That's when I think we should get excited. Chris, which version of Jason is the best? My favorite is Jason from Freddy vs. Jason. That's a pretty good Jason. I like Jason Lives. I think that's a good mix. I'm also a big fan of Jason X, though. I don't mind that. But he, a little too futuristic and out there for some. Super Sticker, thank you so much for that, love. Dude, look up Tanner Fishies. The man is the best Ninjago YouTuber out there. Just look up his name and then Ninjago timeline or history. You know what? I'm actually going to write that down because I am going to look into this Ninjago. I got to get in that Ninjago money, man. What'd you say his name was again? Tanner Fishies. Okay. Got it. Thank you for that, bud. Thank you for that. Ninjago was at its peak before Gen Alpha knew how to speak. I bet old people in the 80s thought Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers was lame. But look. Oh, maybe you're right. You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe if this was years ago and I heard Ninja Turtles, these kids out here liking turtles that are ninjas, what's next? Maybe you're right. Yeah. I don't know though if there's that big of ninja. There must be. I'm saying that there must be. I'm going crazy. Are they still dude? Every year for the past 3-4 years, and there was one this year, but I was like, I'm not even going to talk about it. What's the point? The creator, Mike Daughtry, I think is his name, is like, it's coming close. The script is great. We're locking down the budget. We're getting it made. He said that last year. Said that the year before. Said that the year before that, and he said it this year. Just give me Trick or Treat 2 already, bud. Lewis Doyle sends in some love. Thank you so much. Scary Movie 6. What if OG cast returns? I would love this. To be legacy characters, what's your favorite? What could have been casting? Such as Robert wasn't the first choice for Freddy or Russell Crowe was Wolverine. I like the idea that Joaquin Phoenix was almost Doctor Strange. I like that one. John Krasinski as Captain America, I think could have worked really well. I think John Krasinski would have killed in that role. But yeah, dude, I actually hope that is the route they're going with Scary Movie 6, is like getting legacy characters like Sydney, Brenda, even Ray and Shorty, and then bringing in new cast of characters and then doing something with that. That could be so funny. 3C Lore. Okay, before the stream is the super chat. That's a little too out there. I know I make some crazy inappropriate jokes, but that's a personal thing. I'd feel weird getting into the details and the story about all that. So your boy maybe hasn't even lost it. I am a child of God. And by God, I mean the gods who made Ninjago, because I am a child of Ninjago now. Sorry about that, DP69. I've been watching you since your Chucky videos when I was in the 8th grade now, and I'm in college currently, writing an essay. Much love, brother. That is insane to think about. You watched me at 8th grade, and now you're in college? Dude, pretty soon I'm going to have gray hair. I'm going to have wrinkles. I've been watching Rhett and Link, Good Mythical Morning, for years. And it is crazy sometimes seeing their most recent videos. Like I've still been keeping up with them, all of them. So I'm very used to Link with gray hair. But it is crazy. Sometimes I'll watch an older Rhett and Link thing and I'm like, dude, They were so young. They were so full of life and energy. Look at them now. And I'm like, one day that's gonna be me. I'm gonna be the guy who was like, I remember when you used to do green screen intros and bang popcorn buckets. Now I'm Ninjago 10. I don't know, guys. This trailer looked trash to me. We'll see, man. We'll see how this goes. 3C lore on kissing. Any weird times? No. I don't think there was. You guys are really getting crazy. The 3C lore is supposed to be fun. Not what is this? Nothing weird. I've never had a weird situation like that. Unless you count my Justin Bieber poster. Okay. Hey, Chris, love your videos. Did you know they announced a Mexico version of The Office? Also watched the Australian version and thought it was decent. The actors are all funny. I like Australia's sense of humor. Australia has a real good sense of humor, so I believe you that their version of The Office is probably pretty good. The Mexico version, I gotta wait and see. I don't know how that'll go. But it's funny how every country is now having their own version of The Office. Derry is a real place here in Ireland. Coincidence? You got Pennywise as a resident? Get out of there, my friend. Ninjago is amazing. I believe you, Frankie. You guys are letting me know that Ninjago is very much peak, and I need to jump on it. You have to buy the Lego Ninjago popcorn bucket when it comes out. Like, that's an easy one. Just Lego head. Open it up, man. Did you see Cosmic Circus theories for Spider-Man 4? I did see them, and I like the Cosmic Circus a lot, and they do have reliable reporting. But since it's just theories and them trying to guess, I don't know if it's worth reporting. That's just like me looking at another YouTuber's theories and going, this might be it, guys. Might as well just do my own theory video, you know? But it is nice to read, get some ideas off of. Recast Matt Reeves' Joker. I like Barry Keoghan. I would be open to it, but I think we're going to stick with Barry. We'll see, man. Let's give him a chance. Maybe they'll do something more. Since it was just a deleted scene that we saw of him, I wonder if Matt Reeves will make any big changes, you know? When you come into Chicago, need to take you to the best Mexican restaurant, hot dogs and burger places. Hey, that sounds tempting. I hear Chicago is great with their food, so Ricky Torres, I might hit you up for that. Be like, give me a list, man. I'm going on that binge. Also love your videos. Been a fan for 4 years. 4 years, man. That's high school. You've been with me since high school. That's crazy. Will you ever do a reading negative movies? Reading negative movies I love. I think I'll have to. I see that comment section every time I make a video. I have to. But I need a good subject. It can't just be horror movies I love or anything. It needs to be like a subject, like Chucky movies, remakes, found footage movies. I need a subject. Is there any update on Cloverfield 4? No, all we know is Matt Reeves is making it, and it will be directly connected to the first Cloverfield movie, not just a random Cloverfield story. So I can't wait. I like what Matt Reeves does. Do you think they will soft reboot Chucky and do a legacy sequel, retconning the sequels, except maybe the original too? Dude, I am surprised Universal has not done this yet. Universal must love Don Mancini and everything he's doing. No offense. I really respect and like Don Mancini. He still follows me on the Twitter. But there is a part of me that I'm like, dude, Universal, you have the rights to every sequel in the Child's Play universe. You could do the easy Halloween 2018 thing or what every other horror movie does, where you just make a new movie that's a sequel to the original film and go from there. Even as much as I love Child's Play 2 and it's my favorite Chucky movie, I'm like, I kind of want the series to start fresh with some new lore because it's getting a little crazy. But no, I think after Don Mancini literally tweeted out saying the continuity will stay, you'll still see your favorite characters, all that will be happening. I don't think it will happen. I think we'll be good. So I think it'll still be coming. My interest in the Pinocchio movie has peaked now. Oh yeah, me too, buddy. Me too. The beginning of the stream is a super chats you missed. I'm looking at them. I only see the first super chat I'm seeing is someone said, I would love for you to have a Christmas tree. I talked about that. The super chat about what horror villains would you like to be lead antagonists. I talk about that. Lauren, I got most of them. I don't know, man. If there is, I'm sorry. Let me know. I also suggest watching the 8th and 9th season of... There's 8 and 9 season of this? I thought, whoa. Ninjago, they're actually surprisingly mature compared to the rest of the show. Guys, I'm going to become a Ninjago, bro. Any second now, you will see me become a Ninjago head, and I'm going to pretend I was a fan from the beginning, and you guys better play along. Are you going to? Oh, dude, yes, I am very excited for this new Chucky documentary. Well, your boy cameoed in the last Chucky documentary, where it was called "Living with Chucky," which was a nice documentary. It was sweet and all that. I'm kind of a little more interested in this one because it'll actually dive into like behind things that people didn't see and other stuff involved with the the Chucky TV series. There was ones like this for Camp Crystal Lake, I think got one, which is the Friday 13th franchise, and there was also one for the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise called Never Sleep Again. And these documentaries are like 4 or 5 hours long, but that's because they get really detailed in every movie. I can't wait for that. That's coming out to Shudder. That's gonna be good. Okay, my friends. We is done. We is finished. That is the last super chat. Your boy is starving. I'm gonna go get something to eat, get something done. I see someone say check out the Reddit. I'll check it out super quick, just to see what's on the Reddit pages. Just me learning Spinjatsu. Okay, there's that. Oh, okay. Chris meets Sigma Shriek. What the heck? What is that? Surprise? Oh, that's a good costume. Oh, Mega 3C. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. I did see there was a little bit more. 3C exposes his beard. Let it grow. No, I don't like the way it looks when it grows. I just hate how quickly it grows. I have to shave every day, man. I won't do it. No, I don't think so. I need to be skinnier before I get that good little aftershave. OMG, so sorry, but I kept forgetting to mention, search for the pilots. You have to look for them online. They're like 20 seasons worth it, though. Okay, I will definitely have to add that to the list. I'm heading out, guys. Thank you so much for everything. I do see ya. Digibin sends in the last super chat saying, Ninja Bro 3C. Love your faces, guys. Take care. Have a good night. Adios.